Lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Knicks Soul Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Hey, John Ireland here. Laker fans, meet Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's a natural, healthier alternative loaded with ultra-premium ingredients like organic agave, electrolytes, B vitamins, and natural caffeine. Plus, it's NSF certified for sport. Just clean energy to keep you locked in without the crash or synthetic junk. So go grab yourself the limited edition Lakers can and rep the team in style. Pro Baller Energy, champions choose clean energy.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
I'm rebooting my life, John. Believe it when I see it.
It's the Waba Grill Lunch Hour with Mason and Ireland. Waba Grill. What's their secret? It's in their sauce. Their sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Mason,
I've got to clean up my act.
Ireland.
I'm just a dope.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour is on right now.
Good afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
What is up, people? It is Wednesday, schedule release day. Want to make sure everybody knows that we're all over this all day long. Make sure to listen to Shadano and Cap at 5 for NFL release schedule release special. We'll find out the big matchups for the entire season. There's stuff leaking out for the Rams, and we'll pass some of that along as we move through the day. Ireland, tell me if this is weird. Ireland, by the way, is in Idaho. So I'm going on vacation Saturday. Have no idea where.
Okay.
I have said I don't control the steering wheel of my life, and that is generally true. I will be told on Friday where we will be going on vacation. And I've heard things like New York, Scottsdale, Austin, Key West, the desert. I heard Spain. I mean, I have no idea where the hell we're going.
I hope Spain.
Does it ever work like that for you?
No, that would be weird for me. I actually think it kind of sounds fun.
Yeah.
But I'm a control freak, so I have to be in charge of the trip. I have to be picking the hotels, picking the flights. I got to be in charge of that aspect of my life. So for me, it would be weird.
That's interesting because I am a control freak generally around the show, but not in my daily life. Like I like to have, well, you know this, Ireland. I like to have things a certain way when we're doing the show.
Right.
So I'm a control freak here.
But surrender that other part of your life.
I'm just like, you take the wheel.
Yeah.
You know, that's Juan, take the wheel. Oh, look, we put a Ireland standee in here, so I'm not talking to myself in this studio.
With a Children's Hospital shirt on. I like that.
Good. So we got a little live Ireland. Are you on the YouTube today?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So follow us on YouTube also today. I'm excited to see where we're going. But I will tell you
Where do you
this.
think you're going?
I think we're going to Hawaii myself. I think that's likely the destination.
But you've been a couple of times in the last few years, so
so
you know how expensive
friggin'
it is.
expensive.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, wherever I'm going, the one thing that is guaranteed, there has to be a gym because I restart the summer shred on Sunday, wherever
Wait a minute.
we
Weren't you
wind
the
up.
same guy yesterday who said you wore your gym clothes to inspire yourself to go to the gym and then you bailed?
God, I thought you'd forget about that.
No, we don't.
Yeah, no, I did.
No,
I wore my
had you
gym
not
shirt.
done it on the air, maybe.
I wore a sleeveless tee under my shirt yesterday because I'm like, yeah, I'm going straight to the gym. Then I went home.
Can't start on vacation, though.
No,
I agree with Brian.
I like working out on vacation.
I worked out today.
I like going to the gym on vacation. I will go there every day. Last time we were on vacation, I love going to the gym first thing in the morning. Brian's like laughing.
Come on now.
Hey, by the way, Brian,
fun.
when Mace says first thing in the morning, to me that means like 6 a.m. For him, it's like 10.
Yeah, 10:30, 11. Something
feel
like
that.
10:30, 11. And then go out to the sun if that's where we wind up. Anyway, that's all. I'm excited about that. So, John, you mentioned this thing that blew up with the Lakers
Yeah, I don't
posting
get
a
it.
job for
Do
strength
you?
and conditioning. Until you said about having to post a job, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, they are legally required to post any job that they have. It's part of California's EEOC laws.
Right. They've got an ad out for a center right now.
Players, I don't know if they
No,
have
they
to.
don't. I looked that up. They don't. But I love the idea of if you're 7 feet tall, we're offering a job. It would be funny.
There's a listener of ours who is in charge of staffing for the Olympics.
Okay.
And I
cool.
threw a job at you a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
They were looking for somebody to run the media center. I gave them a couple of suggestions. You gave them a couple of suggestions. And at least one of the suggestions you gave was someone that had no media experience. I encouraged you to send that in.
Yes.
Because you never know. I once, Mace, I think you know this, applied to be the White House press secretary.
No, did you actually apply?
Yep. It was a bit we did on the air.
Under
You
what
said
president?
George W. Bush.
George W. Bush. Okay.
Yeah.
W.
You said on the air, what job would you like to do if you weren't doing this? I said, I want to be the White House press secretary. And someone called and said, go to whitehouse.gov. You can apply for that. Now, it was in that period of time where W had won the election, but he wasn't president yet.
Yep.
Like November, December of whatever year that was. So I went online and applied to be the White House press secretary. Shockingly, I did not get it.
Shockingly. Although, they could have gone with an out-of-the-box hire.
Right. So everybody making a bit like Greeny this morning on Get Up was like, I've never seen anything like this in my 30 years. We had to check it 4 times to see if it was real. They post every job. I think when JJ got hired, that job was
Do
posted.
they post the head coach job?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But, I mean, I know because Mace, you probably won't be surprised by this, but every year I get 10 people, friends of friends, who want to work for the Lakers. And they say, how do I do that?
Right.
And I say, you go to Lakers.com and you click on careers. And that'll tell you what they're looking for. And you'll see everything in there. Tim Harris's job was on. I mean, everybody's job is on there. You have to post a job opening to comply legally. Now, it doesn't mean you have to hire somebody that you find through that process. You can still use a headhunter. The Lakers can still go raid another team and probably get a strength and conditioning coach that way. But posting it is not the big deal that ESPN is making this out to be.
Here's the thing that I find interesting about it is, and again, this is another thing that feels like it's directed at Luka. Responsibility for your job in this job is motivating players and holding them accountable for their work in the weight room. Now, all this is Luka-centered, isn't it?
Here's why I don't think that's the case. There are certain players, LeBron is one of them, that have their own training staff, the Lakers often hire those guys to be part of the team. Luka's the same way. Rob talked about this the day after they made the trade. When they traded for Luka, they traded for his team.
Yeah, he needs a new team.
I don't know if he does.
Oh, come on.
Well, the woman who runs his company is as smart of a person as I've ever met.
Yeah, but that's different from training.
Well, the trainers, though, these guys have trained. I mean, they trained Dirk. These guys trained. I mean, it's
well,
not
then
like
is it Luka is the problem?
Well, Luka has to be in better shape. Yeah, but remember, Mace, he missed 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah, he did, right before the Lakers got him,
He couldn't run.
Yeah. This is the part of this morning's conversation on the Get Up that I thought was interesting. This is Jay Williams, because Luka is going to go back and play for Slovenia this summer.
Right.
Here's Jay.
Can't do it. Hey, it can't be the same thing all the time. Slovenia, hanging out with friends, doing the same thing. That has not been working.
And I get it. You want to represent our country, but there's also a chance to go on vacation and just play when you feel like playing and do what you want to do and just be in your comfort zone. Luka has to start getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
It reminds
that
me
has
of
to
somebody.
start with not going home in the summertime. Just like when you were in college and you had those 2 off.
Stay in off season. You stay and you work.
Stay and you work. So when the season comes back, you are better, and the coach sees the work that you've put in over that summer.
It's like Joel Embiid. It's like, hey, I get it. You want to win a gold medal, but maybe we should just focus on your health and conditioning here at home.
So that's Jay Williams with Udonis Haslem from this morning. And, going back home, their suggestion is going back home is all the bad habits that got Luka, that gets Luka out of shape or doesn't prepare him for the upcoming season.
We've had similar conversations to this. Mitch Kupchak used to tell me that this was one of the hardest parts of his job.
Mm-hmm.
He compared it to, let's say you have a Ferrari or a Lamborghini.
Right.
And you take great care of it.
Sure.
You make sure that it's tuned up and running and that it's at its maximum performance levels. And then you throw the keys to somebody else and say, hey, take this for 3 months.
Right.
That was his one side of his argument. The other side was Mitch played for Team USA, and he said, I will never be comfortable telling a player he cannot play for his country.
Right.
And I'm surprised Jay Williams and Udonis Haslem are.
Is he not? Luka comes back after a summer of basketball, not in shape because he's running around with his guys. And he's smoking.
Okay,
his
well now you're
hookahs,
talking about
and he's
what? Now
drinking
you're talking about
beers.
two different things,
right? But you see what I'm saying? In other words, going back home enables him to do all the rest of this stuff that isn't necessarily in the best interest of next basketball season with the Lakers.
But those two things are not mutually exclusive.
Right? Play for your country, but get in shape.
Right. What's wrong with that plan? Are you comfortable telling Luka he can't play for his country?
No, but I am comfortable telling him what it says in this ad. I am hiring somebody that is going to hold you accountable for your work in the weight room.
Well, I think that's part of any NBA player's
right,
job,
but in other words, when you hear something like that, which Laker does he tend to be? What Laker do you think they're talking about?
Well, Luka's not the only one of those 5 guys who played the entire second half in Minnesota that ran out of gas. LeBron didn't make any shots, and he's in better shape than anybody.
LeBron is in tremendous shape, and I know that JJ is not. This is not the reason for hiring this guy. The reason for hiring this guy is Luka. Holding him accountable for his work in the weight room. The guy that's out of shape is Luka.
Here's why I'm not sure that's true. Again, Luka has his own training staff, and they're with us 24/7.
Is it working?
I don't know. You have to ask them.
Well, what do you think?
I think Luka is being severely raked over the coals by guys like you.
No,
it is unbelievable.
No, the guy's got to be in better shape so that we don't see him with his hands on his knees at the end of a game.
LeBron had his hands on his knees. Is LeBron out of shape?
Of course not. LeBron has an unbelievable training regimen.
Look at his
Luka
numbers in the
not.
fourth quarter. Look at LeBron's numbers in the fourth quarter. They were awful.
They literally traded him because they thought he wouldn't get in shape. That's why they traded him. Now, stupid trade, but the objective would have been in Dallas, hire this strength and conditioning coach, holding them accountable for their work in the weight room. That was what Nico Harrison should have done, not traded him. The Lakers have an opportunity. Luka has an opportunity to start fresh here and come back in unbelievable shape and ready to go to start the season.
I'm going to steal a line from Dorian Finney-Smith.
Sure.
If 28-8-8 is out of shape, I want to be that out of shape. He puts up monster numbers, and you just call him fat.
I did not. Did I use the word fat?
What is code for out of shape?
But I did not use the word fat.
Is Luka fat?
He's out of shape.
Is he fat? Yes or no?
Out of shape. I'm not going to call
Answer
somebody
yes
fat.
or no. Is he fat?
Not well conditioned.
You won't answer
because I don't believe in going on the radio and calling somebody.
I've trapped you in a web of your own
I'm
lies.
not the guy that goes on and says, "Luka, you're fat. Luka, you're fat." No, I said he's not well conditioned, and that's exactly what JJ Redick said. By the way, we need to get in championship condition.
Did JJ Redick say that specifically about Luka?
Do you think he said it about Dorian Finney-Smith? Do you think
I
he
think
said it about
the whole
Hachimura?
team.
Which guy have we
All
questioned?
the players you just mentioned had their hands on their knees in the fourth quarter, and you have singled out
Which
Luka.
guy are there? I think that he's talking about Luka. I think this job is talking about Luka. I think Luka needs to be in better condition to start the year.
I think Luka averages 28, 8, and 8. I would like to see him get in the best shape of his life, but to sit here and say Luka is the only guy that's out of shape and Luka is the only guy who needs a strength coach is incredibly unfair to Luka.
I think that's exactly when JJ said at the postgame press conference, we need to get in championship shape. He was talking about Luka.
Well, then why didn't he say that?
Because it was veiled. It was thinly, veiled comment about Luka Doncic. I don't call it. I'm not calling people fat.
You're saying
that's
he's
not
out
my
of shape.
Out of shape is different than fat. Not well conditioned is different than fat.
How is it different?
Well, was JJ Redick calling the Lakers players fat when he said they need to be in championship shape? No, he said they need to be in championship shape. You think JJ was calling everybody fat?
I don't know. I think he was calling them, why not?
They're not well conditioned, not conditioned enough.
Well, I think those things are synonymous.
They can be. They're not always. There are heavy-set people who are in good shape, and there are really thin
isn't Luka
people who
one
are
of
in
them?
bad shape.
Isn't Luka a heavy-set person who's in shape?
I don't think he's a heavy-set person. I can't believe you called Luka heavy-set. In what world do you go on the radio and tell Luka Doncic he's a heavy-set person?
Well, I'm not the one that says this is all about Luka. You do.
So you said I say fat, then you say heavy-set.
No, you think Luka's fat.
No, I think
you
he's
won't
not
admit
well
it.
conditioned.
You won't admit it, but you think it, and you won't even answer when I say yes or no.
Wait a minute, you called him heavy set. I say it's not in shape.
Right, but Luka's heavy setness, his weight.
He's not heavy set.
He is. Look at his body.
Now you're arguing that he's fat.
I'm arguing that Luka uses his lower body to get open. You can't guard him in the post. I'm telling you what, I don't want Luka to lose 30 pounds. You might.
No, I just want him to be in shape. I don't care about his weight. You be fat if you're in shape. You be skinny if you're in shape, but you be in shape. You owe that to the fans.
Right. I think that Luka's numbers over his career would indicate that he is in better shape than most NBA guys. Now, is conditioning part of his problem? Sure. That's why JJ points it out. All 5 of those guys who played the whole game in the second half were tired at the end.
Well,
they were all out of gas.
JJ shouldn't be doing that.
Well, they were all out of gas.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I think what he's arguing is we get in better shape, maybe you guys can play more minutes next year.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see another game where all 5 guys play all 24 minutes. Do you? It's only happened once.
I don't know. It might happen tonight.
Yeah.
Boston's pretty much up against it.
Yeah, Boston really is. Although, let's talk about that because there's an interesting number about the Celtics that came up this morning that I find. And by the way, as always, when we talk about the Celtics, Boston. But there's an interesting nugget for this game tonight between the Knicks and Celtics. We'll do it next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Tonight, it's a clash of Western Conference giants. LAFC takes on Seattle Sounders at BMO Stadium in a rivalry that's grown fierce, fast, and full of drama.
It has really been a nice rivalry developing. I hate to say that. Not so nice sometimes on the pitch.
2 of the biggest clubs in the West. One electric night in downtown LA. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. LAFC, Seattle, tonight.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Check out this true crime story. An IT manager came in on Monday, tried to log in, and couldn't. A ransom message popped up, all company data, customer files, bank info, everything was locked. If they didn't pay $250K in Bitcoin, it would all be wiped. Protect your business with Thrive, America's leading managed security provider. Start with a free cyber risk assessment at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Hey, my friends, are you ready to elevate your game day experience? For more than 40 years, Mir Audio Video has been the leader in high-end electronics, offering state-of-the-art audio, video, Wi-Fi, home automation, and unbeatable customer service. Mir has outfitted homes of players, coaches, celebs. Visit the beautiful showroom on Westwood Boulevard in West LA or call 310-234-4010. And hey, just don't take my word for it. Check out the glowing reviews right now at MirAudioVideo.com.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN. Are you ready for the NFL season? The schedule release is coming, and we know the best place to get your tickets this year. My friends at Vivid Seats. They're seriously legit, and you earn rewards on every purchase. That's basically free football games. When that schedule hits, don't wait around. For the best selection and all the great deals, head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in your game days now.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people?
Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
NBA playoffs, the draft, free agency, the offseason, every moment of what the purple and gold do this offseason. We have your dose of what's next for the Lakers. Thanks to Pro Bowler, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, so NBA basketball tonight. Celtics try to keep their season alive. They are down 3-1 to the Knicks. Game is in Boston tonight. Any idea what the line is, Ireland, with no Jason Tatum?
I'm going to say Knicks by 3.
Celtics -5.
Okay, they think they're going to win.
They think they're going to win. And there's evidence for that. Boston this year, and, this, I don't know who they played or anything like that, but they were 9-2 without Jason Tatum this year.
Okay, yeah, they could win.
So they got a shot. There's always that missing man theory, too. You're missing a guy, and everybody plays bigger, and that normally gets you through a game. I think the Knicks will wrap it up in New York, but I think Boston survives tonight. And then I think Golden State's just done.
Yeah, they look done. They look like the Lakers did at the end of the Minnesota series.
You know what the line on that game is in Minnesota, Golden State and the Wolves. What's the line on that one?
I'm going to guess Wolves by 8.
By 10.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no Golden State believers out there. Last night, some good. Tyrese Halliburton, the most overrated player in the NBA, once again had an unbelievable clutch performance last night. Anonymous player survey. How did they all arrive at the point that Tyrese Halliburton is overrated?
I don't know. And,
is it personal?
Yeah, LeBron came out. He played on the Olympic team with LeBron. And LeBron came out and mocked everybody who voted for Halliburton for being most overrated. He
said, Hallie effing hoopin', where the lames who said he was overrated, quiet as hell, that boy nice, and even more someone everyone would love to play with.
Right. Oh, by the way, so
funny.
You said yesterday that you would continue to say the draft lottery was fixed unless you could see the ping pong ball.
That is correct.
I sent you the video
I watched
of the ping pong balls.
I watched the video. It's
confusing. Do you still think it was fixed?
Or
did it change? Did the video change your opinion in any way?
I'll say this. Do you think, have they ever released that video before?
I think so.
You think that? Do they do it every year? Release the video of what goes on inside the room?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think so.
Because I thought they were reacting to the skepticism about Dallas actually getting the number 1 pick with 1.8% chance. You see what's going on in the room. I suppose it's all right. Oh, it's really hard to understand what the hell's going. Number 10, number 11, number.
Okay, so let me see if I can simplify it for you.
It's confusing.
I did. I was also confused, and it kind of put me to sleep as well.
Yeah,
So
they somehow made it boring.
Right. Well, that's why they don't televise that, and they do it the other way. The way this works is there are 1,000 ping pong balls, and there are 4 number combinations to represent the percentages that each team gets.
Okay.
So, let's say the number 1, 2, 3, 4 is assigned to Dallas.
Right.
If it comes up exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, Dallas gets the chance. But all the other number combinations reflect Wizards had a 14% chance. Pelicans had a 12% chance. So that's why Ernst & Young was brought in. That's why I don't think it was fixed. And they do it that way every year.
I would just call it suspicious. Weighted. What if one of the balls was weighted?
It could be.
Yeah.
Well, Mace, you know me, I love a good conspiracy theory. Maybe the guy from Ernst & Young lives in Dallas and he put counterweights in the ping pong balls and sucked them right to the top.
And then went to the grassy knoll.
Right.
There you go. That's the way that all went down. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's now that I've seen the video, although I would not put what they did on TV because it's boring. What I would do is just take the number of ping pong balls that everybody's got, put them in, and just see what comes up. It would be like watching the lottery drawings.
Okay.
That would be interesting.
So how about this?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been watching all the same shows I have.
Yeah.
Their lottery system has actually worked in this sense. 7th year in a row, the team with the worst record didn't get the number 1 pick.
Yeah, true.
So should the NFL do it?
It's an interesting question.
Can you imagine how many people would watch an NFL draft lottery show?
Crazy. If everybody had a shot at it,
and
that'd
wouldn't
be
it keep you from tanking?
Let me see. Would it be like? Would there be like a lottery and 4 teams with more
so
chance
3 or 4 teams would have the same chance. There would be no incentive to lose.
Right. I would
and
say,
I think you provide. And I heard I'm stealing this from Adam Schefter. He said this is an absolute no-brainer.
Oh, it'd be great TV.
He said it gives you another night of content, and it discourages teams from losing at the end of the season.
So the March for Arch.
Right. Although, are you convinced Arch Manning is going to be as good as Peyton and Eli? I'm not.
Well, given my extensive experience watching him play quarterback at Texas, no, I've not really seen the guy play yet.
And he's not really what the modern day pro quarterback is.
He's not a scramble guy.
Right. You couldn't even compare him to Mahomes or Josh Allen because both those guys, even though they're not known as running quarterbacks, can run if they have to.
Yeah.
Maybe Arch can too, but he's more of a traditional drop back passer like his uncles.
Yes.
Like Peyton and Eli. Arch did have a long touchdown run at Texas last year, so he might have some speed to him, but I don't look at him as a running quarterback.
Yeah, no.
I'm not so sure he's even a lock to be the number 1 pick.
No, I think honestly, and I'm gonna take this shot. I think Drew Aller, the kid at Penn State, is going to be the number 1 quarterback taken in the draft.
He was
next
really
year.
good.
I saw him play last year. He is really, really good. I think he could be the guy. He could be the guy that goes
I would
among quarterbacks.
if I had to right now decide, make my pick a year away, I would take Aller before I'd take Arch. Just because I've seen more of him and he's played in more high-level games.
Yeah. All right, coming up for you, going to spin the wheel of questions. We think we've got a leaked Rams schedule that we
can
think
speculate.
We can speculate about it.
We don't know nothing.
Just speculate, John.
There's many anyways.
We'll speculate.
Well, that's kind of all we ever do anyway.
That's coming up after Wheel of Questions. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. If you get into an accident, let's say with a commercial van or truck or an 18-wheeler, you should not try to deal with the insurance company yourself. Trust me, the last thing you want to do is accept the first offer they call you with the next day. Don't do it. those commercial drivers, they get special licenses to operate those vehicles. They also got to log in with their daily activity with their employer. So if you're injured in an accident caused by an 18-wheeler or a commercial vehicle, you got to call Jacob. He and his team know what to look for, whether the driver had been driving too long without a brake or the load he was carrying was unbalanced. So many ways for Jacob's team to hold the commercial vehicle company responsible. And by doing so, they're able to get you the medical care and the settlement that you deserve, not the one the insurance company wanted you to accept 12 hours after the accident. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And Jacob, proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram and Facebook for prizes, insight, and more. Go to @call.jacob. Remember, calljacob.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The NFL schedule drops today at 5 p.m. And we'll be all over it on Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN. As we find out how the Rams 2025 fall looks, we'll also be on top of the marquee matchups ahead of the NFL season.
Don't miss the NFL schedule release.
Today at 5 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
On the all-new ESPN LA app.
And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
Interesting here. I thought it was going to land on a Dodger question.
Oh, and it didn't?
It did not.
On the day they call up Dalton Rushing and put Roki Sasaki on the IL, it didn't turn out to be a Dodger question? All right, what do you got?
All right, I think it's because of Luke's side that it landed on a Kings question.
Oh, nice.
All right, so the Kings announced that Ken Holland has been named the team's new vice president and general manager.
If you can't beat him, join him.
Exactly, because if you didn't know, he was the president and general manager for the Edmonton Oilers through 2024. So I want to know, how is acquiring Ken Holland a benefit, and how does that help the Kings for next season? Because the Oilers have been a thorn in our butt for the past 3-4 years. So how is getting Ken Holland going to benefit us as Kings fans here?
Well, this is a guy who knocked the Lakers when he was the GM of knocked the Kings out of the playoffs 3 years in a row, and then the new GM knocked him out this year. So, but Holland has a long history as a general manager in the NHL and is really good at it. So I don't think this could be anything but good news for the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like steal the other guy's playbook.
Right.
Which is essentially what they're doing. I mean, this is what people have been doing with Sean McVay and the Rams for a few years. They keep hiring offensive coordinators or offensive assistants away, and they get the Sean McVay playbook. This makes perfect sense to me. If I guess the phrase is, if you can't beat him, join him, bring him in, and let him restructure things in a way nobody is going to know better how to beat Edmonton than this guy. So I think it's a really smart move for the Kings.
Now
and
tell him to go get Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl and bring him
exactly.
here.
Just bring those guys along with him. All right.
Hey, so you mentioned Dalton Rushing.
Yeah, Dalton Rushing.
You know what's unique? So for people that don't know, Dalton Rushing is the Dodgers' #1 prospect. He's a catcher, plays some outfield. He's ranked as the 31st best prospect in all of baseball, but he's #1 on the Dodgers list. You know what's unique about him, Mace?
No.
He is a left-handed hitting catcher.
Yeah, right.
You don't see that, although there was another very famous left-handed hitting catcher for the Dodgers that you know, that you have interviewed.
I can't think who you're talking about.
Yes, you can.
Think. Left-handed
Mike Scioscia.
hitting. Oh, Soch, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, Mike Scioscia hit left-handed. And John Roseborough, way back in the day, hit left-handed. But it's very rare. Probably the most famous left-handed hitting catcher is Yogi Berra.
Right.
But maybe Yogi is in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if there's another left-handed hitting catcher in the Hall of Fame.
Joe Mauer.
Oh, that's right. Joe Mauer. Good one, Brian.
Good call, Brian.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, so it's going to be weird to see a catcher hit left-handed, but this is the guy.
So here's the scoop on Dalton Rushing. He's batting over 300, 5 homers, 17 RBIs. This year so far, he has played 9 games at first base, 16 games at catcher, 4 games at DH, and 2 games in left field. So,
well, hopefully,
and Austin Barnes, by the way, was released today. That's the other aspect of this. So there is a backup catcher job open. Maybe he can play some left field. Although weirdly now, I don't know if you noticed this or not, Dodgers got hammered last night, but Michael Conforto all of a sudden is into a groove.
Yeah, and you wanted to cut bait on him.
He was
and by the way,
3 for 4 last night.
Yeah, that question I asked you is such a hard one to answer about Conforto. I said to you the other day, how much time do you give a guy like Conforto to work out of this? And you said you had seen enough.
Yes, I had. Because he wasn't hitting the ball hard. That was the big concern.
No. I wouldn't have faulted the Dodgers if they would have cut bait on Conforto. But that's why being a GM in sports is a hard job. Because if you give up too early, like the A's gave up too early on Max Muncy.
Yeah.
They cut him, and then he came to the Dodgers and had a couple of 30-home run seasons. I think it's the hardest thing to do if you're a GM, particularly in baseball. Baseball is your favorite sport.
Yep.
Particularly in baseball because, for example, if Shohei went an entire month without getting a hit, you don't even bring up, do you sit him? Do you think about cutting bait on him? I mean, he's Shohei.
Right.
But if Michael Conforto goes a whole month without getting a hit,
he like a 1 for 40 stretch, which is what he had.
Right. It's like, what are we doing? Why are we putting that guy out there? It's a really hard thing to
But
figure
remember
out.
what I said was he needs a stretch off. Like I would have given the guy 5 days off and said, go get your head together and come back in 5 days and we'll put you in the lineup. Instead, he's now 6 for his last 10.
So remember when we were in San Diego?
Yep.
I got to know Joe McIlvaine, the GM of the Padres.
Yes.
And then after Joe left, you and I got to know Larry Lucchino really well.
Great guy.
And, hail fellow well met on Larry. We just lost him.
Terrific guy, yeah.
Yeah. But do you remember there was a #1 pick in the entire MLB draft, an outfielder by the name of Sean Abner?
Sean Abner. I remember Sean Abner, yeah.
And he was in the Mets organization, as was Joe McIlvaine. And McIlvaine gets the Padre job. And Sean Abner could not hit. He couldn't hit major league pitching. So McIlvaine goes, I think this is a confidence thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he went and traded for him. And he gets to San Diego, and you and I were in San Diego at that point, and he said, Abner's our everyday starting left fielder. And I asked him, what does that mean? Like, what happens if he goes a whole month and doesn't get a hit? And he said, then I leave him out there for another month. And I went, wait a minute, Joe. You'd go 2 months without a guy getting a hit and still leave him in? He goes, we think this is going to inspire his confidence if we put him into our starting lineup and leave him there. After about 45 days, he couldn't hit, and they pulled him. But I don't think it's easy to determine when to do that. I think it's one of the hardest things in sports.
And I think it does come down to, and everybody's got exit velos and all that stuff.
Yeah, they have more information now than they ever had.
Are you hitting the ball hard? Like sometimes you're hitting the ball and it's right at people.
Well, who did you say that about the other day that you weren't down on because he was hitting the ball hard? Was it Muncy?
Muncy has been hitting the ball hard, yeah. And I think he's going to come around. I think we're going to be okay with Muncy. But, yeah, he's off to just a miserable start. All right, let me see here. Oh, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. I'm sorry, we're going to do some sports graffiti. Do we want to touch on the Rams schedule right now?
Sure.
Okay,
We can speculate.
Okay, we're speculating.
I'll speculate.
Yeah, speculate, John.
Okay. So Travis said earlier that the Rams-Lions game, for example, has to be on national TV.
Has to be.
Here's why it might not be. All those networks pay billions with a B to get games.
Right.
Okay? Just because it's a potential NFC Championship matchup does not automatically mean it's going to Sunday night or going to Monday night.
Right.
Here's why. They do a draft. Like, I think Sunday Night Football has a certain amount of games they can take, like 4 or 5. And then
they flex at the end of the year, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then ESPN and Fox and CBS get in there, and they go in order. And so if and everybody wants the Cowboys, even when they're bad, because they always draw a big number.
Sure.
So I think, like, Fox would normally have – Fox has the NFC games.
Yep.
And CBS has the AFC games. And what I mean by that, if it's two teams both in the NFC, Fox has that game. If it's two games both in the AFC, if it's Chargers-Raiders, then by default, CBS has that game unless NBC steals it for Sunday night or ESPN steals it for Monday night. But they can't, Mace, take every game.
Right. You can't flex Monday night. You can only flex Sunday night, right?
Right. And here's the other thing. So let's say, like Travis said, well, Lions, Rams, that has to be on. I don't think Fox is going to let that game go.
Right. Although,
now, if NBC makes it their number one pick, maybe.
If it's late in the year, though, like maybe, let's say they play
again. There's only
let's say they play in Week 15.
Okay.
If both teams are good, it's possible that you could flex that game to Sunday Night Football.
It's possible, but again, not Fox has a say in this. You just can't go. You if you're NBC and you have Sunday Night Football, I think they're limited to how many games they can take away from the other networks.
Mm-hmm.
So they just can't go in and raid. Amazon, for example, pays a ton of money.
Sure.
And Amazon has Thursday nights. Amazon just can't take every game they want.
Right.
CBS and Fox pay a lot of money too, and they can say, hey, Rams-Lions is like a marquee NFC game.
Yep.
Eagles-Cowboys is like a marquee NFC game. We're not giving you guys every game we want. This is why we paid hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So it's not a lock. We know who the Rams' opponents are.
Yeah, we know the opponents.
So they're going to play the Eagles this year. They are going to play the Lions.
They're going to play the Ravens.
Right. And so, but don't automatically. We know they're going to play the Jags in London.
Yeah, we know that.
And then they're playing the NFC. So they're playing that division that has the Saints and
NFC
the Falcons
South,
and the Bucks. Yeah. But don't automatically assume if it's a marquee game that it will automatically be a primetime game. That's not the way it works.
Right. There are good opponents on this schedule. And again, the full schedule release show is coming up with Shadano and Cap a little bit later on this afternoon. There are threads of the schedule that are leaking out. I've seen a schedule. I have no idea if it's real or not. Do you?
I have one that I'm pretty sure is, if it's not real, it's close to real.
Yeah.
And, for example, like it's been printed all over the internet, they're going to open the season at home against the Texans.
Against the Texans, which is a great matchup. C.J. Stroud at SoFi Stadium, really good matchup. Great way to start the year.
I've been told by a reliable source that they're going to play the Eagles early in the season. So I think it's going to be
and that's a road game.
Yeah, it's in Philly. Now let me ask you.
It's where we almost beat them.
You already lost one game to London.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, week 7.
So is that a Jags home game or is that a
That's
Rams?
That's a
home
Jags home game. So the Rams keep that home game.
Okay, so the Rams don't lose one. It just seems to me, too, that you, as a season ticket holder, I thought it was weird there. What I've heard, and Sedano and Cap can confirm this later, I've heard their bye is not right after London.
No, it's not. They have another game.
That's what I heard, too. Why?
Yeah, I don't know why they did it that way. The Rams are going to play the Jaguars in London, then come back and play another game, and then get their bye.
I thought it was week 8, Mace. It's not.
No. The schedules. I've seen two different schedules, and it's they play in London, come back and play a home game, and then go on their bye.
Got it. Yeah,
which I would have just given them the bye after London. But this will all be confirmed later today.
Yeah, I don't know if we have 8 home games or 9 home games. I don't recall now.
Yeah,
we'll look all that up.
Well, you won't have, Mace. You can't have 9 because one of your games is in.
But it's a road game.
It's a Jags road game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We will find out.
We'll find out.
With
Sure.
Sedano and Cap.
And we're all going to find out a little bit later on this afternoon with Sedano and Cap. Coming up next, we're going to do some sports graffiti. I keep wanting to call What's Up, Fool? Sport. I'm wishing the show
was
to go
over.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. 877-710 ESPN. Whatever you got is fair. What do you think of all this Dodger stuff, man? Roki Sasaki goes to the injured list, joining Blake Snell and joining Tyler Glasnow and joining Evan Phillips and joining Michael Kopech and joining all these guys. I mean, where are the Dodgers in terms of their starting pitching right now? What do you expect from Clayton Kershaw, who is going to pitch on Saturday? And what kind of performance are we going to get? It's going to be fascinating to see. They play the Angels on Saturday at Dodger Stadium. Also, you heard us talk about the Lakers a little bit earlier. Luka Doncic, John called him heavy set. I just said he's not in good shape. You can weigh in. 877-710-ESPN. We will get some of your calls in here coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Who is coming to the Hollywood Bowl on September 17th for The Song Is Over, their North American farewell tour. And ESPN LA wants to send you to one of their final shows in Los Angeles. Listen for Ticket Thursday this Thursday as we give away pairs of tickets
to see these rock legends live on stage for what promises to be a historic night.
Listen all day Thursday for your cue to call and win. The Who, The Song Is Over Tour. September 17th at the Hollywood Bowl. Presented by Live Nation.
Mother's Day is over, and now it's back to me. Hey, Pancho, pass the scotch and cigars, will you? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Smoking good times, cigars, spirits, food, fun, and live music by Pancho Sanchez. This Sunday.
Number 2.
Foghat, live May 23rd.
And the number 1 reason.
Oasis Pool is beaching. The cabanas are beaching. The water slide is beaching. The lazy river is beaching. It's a beaching good time.
Morongo, good times.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason in Ireland.
All right, let's talk about it. Ireland is in Idaho. Laura, Brian, me here in Los Angeles. Let's hit the phones, and we start out with ER or You're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Ernest, my bad.
Oh, it's Ernest. Sorry about that, Ernest. Go ahead.
Hey, John, I got a boat name for you. You can name it Why Not, but spell it letter Y and then KNOT.
That is a brilliant
idea.
name.
I love that.
I don't think Lisa's going to let me name the boat.
You don't think so? Why not is perfect. KNOT.
Yeah.
Why would she not let you name the boat?
I think she's here. You after Sports Graffiti, you want me to get her up here?
Yeah, get her up here.
All right, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Naming the boat. Let's go to Dan. Dan, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Dan?
Hey, guys. Quick question. I've been watching all the Knicks games because, F Boston. But I've been noticing that all celebrities there, and I want to know what you guys think. Who has a better celebrity row? Is it the Lakers, the Knicks, or somebody else?
Okay, good
It's
question.
close. It's close.
Knicks are close.
Yeah, the Lakers have the best celebrity row. I mean, the Lakers have more famous people who you would recognize.
I mean, we got Adele, Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
We got all those folks.
But what's interesting is the Knicks and Lakers do things differently. The Knicks they actually give free tickets to any celebrity who wants to sit close to the court.
Smart.
And they make them come in a Madison Square Garden entrance, and they interview them for the Jumbotron,
Yeah,
and they make a big deal about it. The Lakers are the opposite. Their celebrities don't want to be bothered. They don't come in. They don't go on TV.
They're not going to give them things to do.
No,
They're
they
just
pay
there
for their
a game.
Right, they pay for their seats. But if you're asking specifically where would I see more famous people that I would recognize, it's Lakers 1, Knicks 2.
Yeah.
Now, if the Knicks make the finals, Mace, that you were there the last time
I
they
was
made
there
the
the
finals.
last time. The stars
and
came out
everybody
for
and
that.
their mother will show up.
Yeah. Let's go to
Boston.
Exactly. Let's go to Henry. Henry, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Henry.
Hey, how you doing? I want to congratulate everyone there on your staff. I think Boston's run this afternoon or this season is done.
Boston.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I really think, I just think that the team to beat this year could be Indiana, the dark horse. They got a lot of good shooters, a lot of youth in their backcourt. I think they're going to do well.
That's a good call.
I like Rick Carlisle. I like Halliburton. I think they have a really balanced team. I would pick the Knicks.
I would pick the Knicks too, although I will say as cautionary that Oklahoma City oh God, I had this great stat for them and now I can't find. Oh, they're 42-16 since January 1st.
Oklahoma City?
Yeah, no, Indiana.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
42-16 since
Well,
January
remember
1st.
the Lakers barely beat them. It was on that LeBron tip-in at the buzzer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's go to Josh. Josh, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey guys, so I got three quick things.
Okay.
So actually, I have two because I forgot the third.
Okay.
But I think the Rams have a real generous schedule. They got 12 games in a dome, and they got 6 on the outside. Plus, it's cold. But also, I want to talk about the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about the Knicks? Seeing all the old players from the 90s, feeling like it's a homecoming reunion. I feel like it's kind of like a sense of, I feel sad for them because they're living vicariously through these players now in order to get to the championship and because, Jordan was in the way. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I think all the old Knicks, I like seeing them.
Oh, yeah, I think it's actually really cool.
Yeah, and he's right, though. The caller's right. The Knicks have not won an NBA championship since the early 70s.
And they made the finals in 99, right?
Yeah,
That's when I was there.
And haven't been back since.
Were they there in 94?
Yeah, with Charlie Ward again. That was
94,
during the
99.
OJ chase.
Oh, that's right, during the OJ chase. How could we forget? We remember OJ. We don't remember the Knicks from that year. Let's go to Big Rob. Big Rob, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Big Rob.
What's up, guys? I haven't called in the last couple of weeks.
We
my
have missed
dad
you.
called
In
me.
fact,
Don't
I've got on
stick
my page. I was going to call. I was going to say, where's Big Rob
Where
been?
the hell is Big Rob?
My dad taught me don't kick a dog when he's down. All right,
Okay, got it.
I'm not going to rub it in, but I was right about our Lakers. All right. The next thing I want to say is, if you guys haven't heard, the word on the street is J.J. Redick is being called Coach Becky because the way he's running out of interviews, crying and pouting. Okay, and the next thing is, let me ask you guys this.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you guys love to see the Lakers go after Devin Booker?
Sure.
A young talent. We can
Yes,
obviously tell that he's
I
fired.
don't know anybody in the world who wouldn't want Devin Booker, but how do you
Rob,
get him?
You're smarter than this. We don't
How
have
do we
what
get him?
Phoenix
You
wants.
know what? Hey, the only player we need to keep is Luka.
So how are you getting Booker?
How you
You're
getting
not
Booker?
trading Luka.
Don't trade Luka. Keep
Big Rob.
let
Big
everybody
Rob. Here's
else
what I
go.
want you to do, Big Rob.
Starting with Bronny.
Go online,
Starting with Bronny.
diddle with the play machine, with the trade machine, and then call us tomorrow with a good
let us
trade
know
for Devin Booker.
Let us know what trade we could do
Oh
to
my
get.
God, Devin Booker. Yeah,
Yeah,
sign
yeah,
me
like
up
you
for
could-
that.
Hey, but Mace, let's go get Jokic.
I say Jokic would be great.
And
I
by
think
the
he's
way,
a good fit.
While
I
we're
think
in
he'd be
that-
a good fit for the
yeah,
Lakers.
Yeah, while we're in that part of the country, let's get Shea too.
Might as well.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, that's
Giannis,
a great.
you know?
Oh, can you imagine that backcourt, Shea and Luka?
People, it takes two to tango. You just can't call the show and say, go
Right.
trade for Devin Booker.
Takes
you
two
have
to
to have
tango.
a functioning trade.
And the dance can be really expensive. Let's go to Scott. Scott, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Scott.
Hi, guys. By the way, love the show. And it is. I've heard the talks with, with Giannis going to Dallas and everything like that. And I know he's expensive, and we've got a lot of money out and everything like that. But Lakers need a big. We have shooters. We have one of the greatest ball handlers and everything already. Why? I've never heard anybody kind of like even mutter like how to make it happen to get Giannis to the Lakers.
Right. So how would you make that happen? You're like the last
I
caller.
don't know. It's not my ball. It's not my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Could
really.
it- well,
I'll
could
tell
we
you.
Discuss it.
We've looked at this, and it is virtually impossible. I just don't think the Lakers have any. They don't have enough good stuff to make a trade for Giannis.
Yeah, and by the way, don't sleep on San Antonio.
Yeah,
for
San
Giannis.
Antonio's in it too. Yeah, but
Now,
Scott-
one more thing.
Yeah.
The boat name.
Mm-hmm.
Bowel movement. BOW movement. Bowel movement.
Let me tell you, Lisa will not go for that.
Yeah, well, she might not even let me name the
She's
boat.
not driving a bowel movement over the lake there.
But I like that. It's a
funny
clever
name.
play on words,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Let's go to Jess. Oh, it's Jesse. You're on Sports Graffiti. Hi, Jesse.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Are you the guy?
No, I'm not the guy.
I thought you
actually.
were. We don't know who the
No,
guy
no.
is that did
Yeah,
that
we don't know where
originally.
that came
but-
from.
Yeah. So what's happening,
No,
Jesse?
that's not me. No, but actually, guys, just wondering when's the next poker game? When are you guys going to set up the next
Oh, we
one?
were just talking about that. Yeah, we're working on it.
We're working on an event coming
If
up.
it doesn't happen this summer, Jesse, it'll happen next summer for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it may happen this summer. We're working on it.
Yeah, John, Ireland, you should have a home game. Oh, I guess. No, you're not in town enough to have a home poker game.
Well, no, I have a regular Friday night game that I can go to. I haven't played it in a
Do
long
you really
time.
have a regular Friday night game?
Yeah, you want to be
What's
invited?
What's the how much money are we talking about?
Not a lot.
Not a lot?
No.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a lot. I mean, I would love to have
They
a
alternate from online and in person.
Yeah, I want to do the in person because I got to read the
in
people.
person is once a month, and then the other three Fridays are online.
Because I'm not playing the cards, I'm playing the people, so I got to be able to
Yeah.
see the people.
Well, you got to come to the South Bay, but I can get you in.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Jay. Jay, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Jay?
All right. Thank you for taking the call.
Sure.
Let's go back to 2018. James Harden in the Western Conference Finals. Look, to me, James and Luka are pretty much identical. Leadership, questionable. In shape, questionable. So tell me something. Do you guys sit there and think that Luka could be the best player on a championship team?
Absolutely,
And this is after
yeah.
LeBron is gone.
Okay,
I don't think he can.
So what are you an NBA fan?
Yes, sir. Been a Laker fan for 50 years.
Okay, do you remember who the two teams in the finals were last June?
Last June, the
Yeah.
two teams in the fight.
Right. I can tell you if you don't remember.
Oh, well, Dallas and Boston.
Yeah,
of
right.
course.
So you just answered your own question. Dallas had Luka and not a lot else, and got them all the way to the finals. They just got tripped up by Boston.
Didn't win the championship though, sir.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got
But
smoked.
what individual player, aside from the greatest of all time, can single-handedly win a title? You've got to get somebody, a significant piece, to help Luka Doncic. You're saying, can Luka win a title by himself? The answer is no. Can Luka win a title with the right pieces? Absolutely.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, look at James. James had Chris Paul, and that was a team that was almost there due to a hamstring. Once LeBron is gone, the Lakers got to find Luka a 1A or some of that nature that can, he can't, he can be the headliner, but there's got to be another player that's standing there next to him.
You're right, and they will.
Totally agree with you, Jay. We got a lot. Let me do one more. What the hell? Screw the clock, Laura. We're just going to throw the clock out today.
Sure.
I'm done
I love
with
when
the
we
clock.
screw the
I don't care about clocks. Let's go to Marcus. Marcus, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Marcus?
Really enjoyed the show. You guys have such a unique chemistry. There was a caller last week, like from Ventura or something, who said, "Stick to sports." What an idiot! You guys talk about whatever you want. I mean, it's all interesting. Anyway, I just was wondering, John, you talk about letting us behind the curtain once in a while. I wonder if you might do it. I'm just really curious because I do enjoy the show, but I have to admit sometimes I do, check out other, shows. Sure. Do you guys, do you listen to your competition? Are you aware of what they're doing? Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. We're friends with Petros and Money. We know those guys.
We know Fred I've known for forever. I did a show with Fred at one point.
Everybody in town knows everybody else.
And nobody really hates anybody else.
Yeah. I mean,
we're all in this thing together.
Matter of fact, we've worked with most of the people at the other station, and they have worked with most of our people.
Yep.
It's not that big of a business.
Yeah, there's no major war going on.
Right. And by the way,
we won the war,
and that's a final.
Person on the line.
That's a final.
I've said this before. If you, like I do, have a child with autism, you got to go get Rodney Pete's book.
Oh yeah.
It is about his son RJ and how he dealt with it as RJ kind of came of age. And Mace, RJ, I think Holly tweeted the other day. Holly Robinson is his mom.
I saw her on CNN not long ago talking about.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
And so Rodney Pete and Holly Robinson are married, and RJ, their son, is on the spectrum. But I believe, Mace, he just completed his 10th year as a Dodgers clubhouse attendant.
Wow.
And
that is so cool.
He's doing great. They've kind of accepted him as part of the team. And if you want to go down the rabbit hole, the Dodger Network has done a bunch of stories on this. Holly and Rod have a foundation that helps people on the spectrum. And again, if you're like me, I'm the parent of an autistic kid, you got to get Rodney's book. It will help you a lot. So go find it.
That's great. Hey, by the way, what's the fastest way to get on the radio here on 710?
The fastest way to get on the radio on 710.
Let me help you. It's if you're famous. Somebody famous is on line 4. Hello, famous person. Welcome to the show.
Wrong line.
Oh, wrong line. Oh, you're not famous. Sorry. You're famous. Hey, famous person. What's up?
Yo, what's up? This is Jerry Garcia. This is a Mason and Ireland show. What's up?
Yeah. You're a regular.
You're too young to be Jerry Garcia.
I'm the new and improved Jerry Garcia, comedian, stand-up actor. I got a stand-up special on HBO Max. It's not my weekend. Check it out.
Okay, so you got a podcast. You're going to be playing the comic strip in El Paso. Are you traveling a lot?
I'm on tour right now with the Perritos Only Tour, Concrete, and Dunos. Jerry Garcia. We're actually going to be performing at the Ford Theater Saturday, July 19th,
theater.
man. Get your tickets.
Jerry, that's a great venue.
I'm a big fan of you. I'm a big fan of you guys, man. Big fan of the Mason Ireland, Laura Romo, Beto, Michael Thompson. I listen to you guys all the time, bro. Huge fan over here, man.
That is so cool, Jerry. If you want information on Jerry and your, where's your special airing?
It's on HBO Max. Just search my name, Jerry Garcia. HBO Max 30-minute special. It's not my weekend.
Nice,
man.
Hey, Jerry,
I'm also here with Concrete. I don't know if you guys know Concrete's a social media megastar.
Hey, Jerry, can I ask you a question?
What's up? What's up, Mason?
Is it true? Well, this is Ireland, but is it true that you would like us to ban Pepe?
You know what? I love Pepe with all due respect, man. Of course, I love Pepe. He's Mexican. I'm Mexican. But, I mean, he what we call in comedy is running the light. He runs the light a lot, which means he goes way past his time. Like, he needs to, limit. He overstays his welcome is what it is, man.
Yeah, he
That's a Latino thing, man.
runs the light.
He runs the light. When he comes back in, Jerry, I'm going to hit him with that. Pepe, stop running the light.
Stop running the light.
He runs the light.
All right. Hey, Jerry, thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for being out there every day. If you want information on Jerry, and again, he's got the Max special, comedianjerrygarcia.com. Comedianjerrygarcia.com for all of his tour dates and stuff like that. That's very cool.
All right. Hey, Mace, coming up.
Yeah.
You are going to reportedly have a major dilemma with the Rams home game this year. I will share it with you and find out what you're going to do next.
Okay, we will do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, I want to tell you that the NBA playoffs are going on. Obviously, the NBA draft is coming up. Free agency on the way in July. The offseason, we're covering it for you every moment of what the Lakers do this offseason. We have got your inside track, your next dose of your Lakers, thanks to Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. And by the way, whenever we do Sports Graffiti, it's an opportunity to talk about it. Sponsored by BetterHelp. If you are involved in any sort of issue right now, emotionally, you're struggling, depressed, or anxiety, something's overwhelming you, life is too much, you got to find somebody to talk to. And the best way to reach a great therapist is BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com. Mental health is health. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The NFL schedule drops today at 5 p.m. and we'll be all over it on Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN. As we find out how the Rams 2025 fall looks, we'll also be on top of the marquee matchups ahead of the NFL season.
Don't miss the NFL schedule release.
Today at 5 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
On the all-new ESPN LA app.
And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN. Are you ready for the NFL season? The schedule release is coming, and we know the best place to get your tickets this year. My friends at Vivid Seats. They're seriously legit, and you earn rewards on every purchase. That's basically free football games. When that schedule hits, don't wait around. For the best selection and all the great deals, head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in your game days now.
I'm on a boat. On a boat. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. We are connected live to Idaho right now, and I believe we are joined by John Ireland's better half. And when I say better, I mean better by a lot. Lisa Ireland is here. Hi, Lisa.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Really good.
Life on the lake is going well?
Yes. Well, this week is just getting everything set up for visitors, so it's fine, but it's a lot of work.
So, the question is, Mace, when are you and Juan visiting the Idaho compound?
When we're invited.
Oh, you want to come up this weekend?
Well, this weekend we're on vacation, but no, any other. If it was any other day, John,
any other day,
you would say, yeah.
All right. So Lisa, Mason wants to be able. He thinks we should name the boat on our show, and I told him that there's no way you would let me name the boat. What say you?
I like taking suggestions. I don't think I want to be completely married to what you guys come up with.
Okay, because
for
we had
obvious reasons.
We had an excellent suggestion earlier.
Okay, what was it?
John is famous for calling out "why not" during games. Why not? Right. So how about YKNOT? The why not?
I don't hate that.
I think it's really smart.
Okay, what about this one? Bow movement, BOW, like bow of a ship, bow movement.
Absolutely not.
That's what I said you would say.
No way, shape, or form will that be on a boat I am driving or
I knew that
on.
would not work. I knew that would not work.
No.
What
else you got?
What about Layat James?
No.
Did you just come up with that on your own?
Yes, Layat James.
No, it's terrible.
You don't like that?
No.
How about Showboat Time?
No, it's too wordy.
Too wordy. Okay. How about?
By the way, this boat isn't very big. How many feet is this boat?
Yeah, this is not a yacht of any kind. This
How
is
about
a party barge. Let's get real.
In honor of John's mentor, how about Chick Ahoy?
Chick Ahoy? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, Chick Ahoy. You know the way they say people all ahoy.
That was horrible.
That was a bad one. How about Banner
I'm
18?
getting a feeling that Mason's not on boats very often.
I've never on boats. How about Banner 18, John?
What's that?
Banner 18.
Banner 18 is because Lakers won 17 times. No, then everybody makes fun of you.
So far, why not is the best.
I think why not is really clever. I don't
So
know if
you're
we're going
okay
to top
if we
that.
come up with something good. You're okay with us naming the boat.
If it's good, but I get to decide if it's good.
And why not does?
So far,
Why not is an option.
So far, I kind of like that.
That was, by the way, a caller who called in with that.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, very smart. We have the
So,
smartest
Mace,
listeners.
If you notice, Lisa only agreed to come on if I turn the camera around.
Oh,
'cause
right.
she's
You're not
in
on camera,
workout
Lisa?
clothes. I think that she should let the people see her. What say you?
Yeah, turn the camera around.
No,
do it.
no.
Do it.
Bye.
Do it.
Bye. All right, see ya.
She goes, bye.
Bye. All right, mate. So here's the thing, the Ram thing I was telling you
Oh,
about.
yeah, the Ram thing, yes.
Okay. Anyone who knows Steve Mason knows you do not work any more than you have to, ever.
Amen, brother.
Including any big holiday.
Yeah, I don't work holidays, no.
Okay. The Rams are rumored. It's
Okay.
going to be confirmed with Sedano and Cap later.
Okay.
But the Rams are rumored to be hosting Tampa Bay on Thanksgiving Day.
Ooh.
So, will you attend that game, or will you go be with your family or go be with Juan's family? How do you play it? If it's true. It's unconfirmed. But if it's true, it would be the first time the Rams have played on Thanksgiving since 1975.
Okay, so I went to a Christmas Day game 2 years ago. I think it was the Rams Broncos on Christmas Day. I did go to that
Right.
one. John, I've not missed a Rams regular season game since I got my season seats at SoFi. So
That's
I will
not true.
be-
You always blow off the game at the end of the year when McVay doesn't play
No,
anybody.
I still go. We get free drinks and free food.
Well, no, but you gave your tickets to, I thought it was DeAndre or Brian. You gave your tickets to somebody last
Didn't I?
year.
Did you get my
Yeah.
tickets, Brian? I gave you tickets
I
for
did not.
preseason.
Preseason?
Yeah, preseason I gave you tickets, right?
I've
Yeah,
got
but
it.
I remember
preseason Rams Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, Mace, you gave those tickets to someone we
There's a
work
chance.
with.
Yeah, there's a chance. But no,
When was this? I got
Thanksgiving
tickets.
night, I'm definitely going. In fact, I'll try to get tickets for. I'm trying to think who's Thanksgiving. Do you do the thing where it's like your Thanksgiving or my Thanksgiving?
I'm always working.
Yeah, you're always working. So
Yeah.
we have to always decide between his family, my family, my family. This year, his family gets Thanksgiving, my family gets Christmas.
So, okay, if his family says, look, we have no interest in football. We want to do a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. How do you play it? Because it's his year.
I say, they're serving Thanksgiving food in the place where we sit for the games. Why don't we get you a pair of tickets? You can watch football and eat a Thanksgiving dinner.
Are they football fans?
No. They're
Well, then-
they're BritBox fans.
Well, they're not going to go for that plan.
Yeah, they probably.
You might have to take an L here.
I may have to take an L.
I will pick up your L very gladly.
Oh, Laura will use your tickets, man.
Rams Tampa Thanksgiving night is the rumor. I'm sure you will, Laura. If I have to.
And by the way, let me repeat again. Unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed, yeah, unconfirmed.
Yeah. It may not be true, but as the schedule release is coming out later today in this land of social media, there are about 3 or 4 complete Rams schedules that are out on the internet right now. Most of them have this as a possibility. Rams hosting Tampa on Thanksgiving.
I like that.
So
I work that out.
Yeah, you may have some negotiating to do.
Yes. Hey, it's happy NFL schedule release day. It's like a holiday. Everybody's releasing their schedule. Only the NFL. We're going to be all over it all day long here on 710. Be sure to be with Shadano and Cap at 5 o'clock for an NFL schedule release special. We're going to find out all the big matchups in the entire schedule for our Rams, your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN. Coming up next, some speculation about a particular big guy maybe that might be a fit for the Lakers. I'm mixing up Rams and Lakers here. The Lakers,
everybody
the Rams.
is. It's like that time of the year.
Yeah,
you know?
The big man is not for the Rams, it's for the Lakers. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk to you about Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. Pro Baller is a natural, healthier alternative to those synthetic, high-crash energy drinks. It's packed with ultra-premium ingredients like agave nectar, electrolytes, biotin, essential B vitamins. Plus, it delivers 102 milligrams of natural caffeine to keep you energized without the crash. Pro Baller helps reduce fatigue, boost focus, support your immune system, and improve performance and stamina naturally. It's also NSF certified for sport, which means athletes take it all the time. Right now, you can rep the squad with the Lakers can. It looks great, tastes even better, and it's made to keep you locked in longer. So if you want to feel sharper, stronger, and more locked in, grab the drink that fuels the Lakers. Pro Baller is available at Costco, select convenience stores, and online at Amazon. Pro Baller Energy Drinks champions. Choose clean energy.
The NFL schedule drops today at 5 p.m. and we'll be all over it on Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN. As we find out how the Rams 2025 fall looks, we'll also be on top of the marquee matchups ahead of the NFL season.
Don't miss the NFL schedule release.
Today at 5 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
On the all-new ESPN LA app.
And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GEAR-001292. GEAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
With Progressive customer service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the middle circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. When the draft clock is ticking, you've got to pick the best talent, regardless of position, to fit your team's needs. Well, if you're hiring for your business, you want to find the best talent for any of your roles. That's why you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology hustles to find qualified candidates for your job immediately. And if you see a standout candidate, ZipRecruiter lets you personally invite them to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Hey, brother, do you still be totally always screw up my fantasy baseball draft, John?
Why? What'd you do this year?
I'm in 5th place in an 8-team league.
Who's leading?
My friends Brad and Keith. Then Ramona's running 2nd.
Okay.
I'm 5th. And I think I spent too much on Mookie Betts. I went to $45 on Mookie Betts, and Mookie's off to a slow start, so that hurt me.
Well,
and
you got
also
a
one
lot of
got off to
baseball
a slow
left.
start. Yeah, there's plenty of time, but I may not have put together a winner once again this year. I finished 5th in fantasy basketball this year. I'm running 5th in baseball. I might have finished 5th.
I think you did finish 5th in. I won
in
this
fantasy
year.
football. Ireland
I
won.
won fantasy football. The first time I've ever won outright.
Yes.
I've had a lot of top 5s, but this was the first time. I basically rode Joe Burrow to the title.
He was a machine last year.
And you remember Matthew, our buddy Matthew Berry came on at the beginning of the year. He goes, John, you made a huge mistake drafting Burrow because he doesn't run. He said, for example, Mason has Jalen Hurts. He'll get him touchdowns on the ground and in the air, and Burrow's not going to get you any running touchdowns. And then Burrow just went nuts.
Yes.
So I got away with it.
So earlier this, actually, I don't know where we found this. This is Tim McMahon. Do you know where this came from, Tim McMahon?
I don't.
Maybe not.
On my research for
Okay. It just came up in Lars' research. All right, so this is what Tim McMahon says about the Mavs potentially making another deal with the Lakers.
The Mavericks kind of quietly sniffed around about the value of Daniel Gafford before this last deadline. It certainly would make sense for them to do that again this summer. Derek Lively is a year away from getting an extension. Daniel Gafford's entering the final year of his contract. Gafford reasonably and rightfully is going to want to get paid starting center money. You can't have AD on a max, Lively on a big contract, and pay Gafford starting center money. Luka's obviously got chemistry with Gafford. I don't know if Nico wants to go back to Ascension Coffee and have another chit-chat with Rob Pelinka.
Now, would you, if you were Nico Harrison, make another deal with Rob Pelinka?
Sure.
You would?
Yeah, I would make a deal with anybody. I always say that all I care about is the return. It depends what Rob is offering in return.
Is Gafford, should he be paid starting center money?
I think he needs to audition for it,
Yes,
but
he does.
possibly.
He's averaging 12 and 7 in 21 minutes a
It's
game.
kind of
this past
exactly
year.
what the Lakers need, but for example, I wouldn't give up Austin for him.
So let me ask you about Austin. Vegas, and again, Austin is going to be on discussed this summer. Let's just say
he's the first name that comes up when anyone calls the Lakers.
In Vegas, the betting favorite to land Austin is the Clippers. Now, would you make a deal with the Clippers and see Austin playing at Intuit Dome on a regular basis?
All right, let me preface this by saying that Austin is my favorite player on the team. I on the court and off.
Yep.
I do not want to trade Austin at all, but I want to entertain your premise.
Okay.
Can I have Zoo?
Now, it's a good question. Would that be equitable?
I think it. I don't think the Clippers would do it.
No, I don't think the Clippers would do it either. That's the problem.
That's how I think that conversation would go. I think that if the Lakers, if the Clippers called the Lakers and said, "Hey, you need a center. You know Ivica Zubac was in your program. You like him. We can't afford to pay him because I got to pay too many other people. Would you give us Austin for Zoo?" I think both teams think about that.
Yeah, I would definitely. I would consider that. Zubac's had a gigantic year.
I don't think it's true. By the way, did you see? I wrote you a note about this. Did you see how close the Mavericks came to not getting the first pick?
That's amazing.
Okay, so Michael and I did a game earlier this year in Chicago, and It was the strangest end to a game I think I've done in my career. The Lakers were down by 1. Austin Reeves drove to the basket, scored with 3 seconds left to put them up 117-116. Then Josh Giddey hit the most improbable shot of the year, a 45-foot half-court shot. Goes in, Lakers lose 119-117. Mace, had that shot missed, his Hail Mary.
3
seconds
by the way,
left. This one.
Yeah.
This one.
You play this call? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the call.
left. Here's Giddey. 2, 1. 50-footer for the win. It went in. It went in. Josh Giddey wins the game on the most improbable half-court shot of the year. He threw up a 45-footer, and it went in. And the Lakers lose 119-117 in the most impossible way.
It's a great call.
Yeah,
That's a fun call.
Okay, so unbelievable shot.
If that
right?
shot
Maybe,
doesn't go in.
Right. Get a load of this. The Bulls and Mavericks finished the season with identical records, 39-43. The NBA flipped a coin. Dallas won, so they won the tiebreaker. And had that shot not gone in, Chicago would have been the 11 seed. Dallas would have been the 12. Reverse it since Dallas won the coin flip. Now, if he doesn't make that shot, there is no coin flip.
Right.
Chicago's the 11, and they have the number 1
Wow.
pick. Isn't it strange how the league, how things can turn on a dime?
Yeah.
I mean, what are the odds?
It is, and by the way, it's a huge sliding doors moment, too, because what's
Right.
the league like with Cooper Flagg in Dallas? What's the league like with Cooper Flagg in Chicago? It
And
really
there is no
affects...
there is no saving grace for Nico.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. That's fascinating. So a half-court shot and a coin flip, and the pick goes to Dallas.
Yeah, and had that shot missed, Chicago's the 11, Dallas is the 12, and the Bulls have the number 1 pick. Crazy.
All right. We're going to do some What's Up, Fool coming next. In the meantime, NBA playoffs, draft, free agency, off-season, every moment, all off-season long. We got your dose of what's next for the Lakers. Thanks to Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I felt so stupid today. I went running to the bathroom. And I was like, I gotta go, man. And there were 2 people in both stalls, so there was nowhere to go.
That happened to me yesterday.
And who eventually walks out is Mace. And I look at him and I go, oh, no laptop? Like, I don't know why. That was like the first thing that came to my mind, you know?
So actually what happened to me, Alex, the security guard, and I walked in at the same time. I said, hey, Alex, what's going on? And then he, there's the urinals, and then there's the stalls.
Right.
He walked past the urinals with me, and I went, are you deucing? Because we don't need to go side by side.
Seriously?
And he said, yeah. I said, I'm going to leave for 5-10 minutes. You do your thing. I don't want to be like deucing, and I don't want to be connected like
You don't
that.
want to do a double deuce?
Not a double deuce.
Really?
Oh, Sedano's back. Sedano's
Okay.
back.
Oh, I thought he quit.
Were you deucing? Or
No.
Oh.
I was
on
the phone.
With who?
Oh.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, my friends, are you ready to elevate your game day experience? For more than 40 years, Mir Audio Video has been the leader in high-end electronics, offering state-of-the-art audio, video, Wi-Fi, home automation, and unbeatable customer service. Mir has outfitted homes of players, coaches, celebs. Visit the beautiful showroom on Westwood Boulevard in West LA or call 310-234-4010. And hey, just don't take my word for it. Check out the glowing reviews right now at MirAudioVideo.com.
Are you looking for a trusted roofing expert in Southern California? Journey Builders has you covered. This is Mike Trudell from ESPN LA. Journey Builders specializes in quality roof replacements for homes around the Southland. They'll ensure that your roof stands strong. ESPN LA listeners who call in today to book their free same-day inspection get $5,500 off their roof replacement. Journey Builders also offers financing. Call 888-607-8808 today. That's 888-607-8808 or go to journeybuildersinc.com.
Tonight, it's a clash of Western Conference giants. LAFC takes on Seattle Sounders at BMO Stadium in a rivalry that's grown fierce fast, and full of drama.
It has really been a nice rivalry developing. I hate to say that. Not so nice sometimes on the pitch.
Two of the biggest clubs in the West. One electric night in downtown L.A. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. LAFC, Seattle, tonight.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, guys, I'll take this one.
Okay.
Today we have a bunch of cool birthdays, but one of the birthdays is George Lucas. Of course, known for many things, Star Wars being one of the main
Indiana
ones.
Jones?
Yes, and actually one of my favorite movies and sagas, but I've never seen any Star Wars movies.
Not a single one?
Not a single one. I do know certain references.
Yeah.
But is there something iconic? Like, I get a lot of heat for never seeing Star Wars.
Yeah.
People always think that I'm joking. I'm like, no, I just know who Luke
Right.
Skywalker is there because I'm a big Disney fan, but I've
Sure.
never seen anything. Is there something that you guys have not seen that people give you a big grief about? Because it's like, duh, it's cultural. You should have seen it.
Laura, where do you want to start? I have never seen a Lord of the Rings movie.
Me either.
I
mean,
have.
those are nerdy.
I've never seen a Harry Potter movie.
I've never seen a Harry Potter movie either.
You guys are missing out.
That's all Greg.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Marvel movie in its entirety.
You're weird.
Yeah.
I don't see any horror movies.
I lead the league
Shut
in
up.
not seeing things.
Yeah.
You've never seen a horror movie?
I don't go to horror movies. I mean, when I was a kid, I went to see Friday the 13th and stuff, but I don't go to horror movies. I don't.
You've never
I
seen
don't
The
like
Ring. You've never seen The Prince. I mean, those are
that. No,
not really that cute.
no, never saw The Ring. Never.
Freddy
Saw,
Krueger?
that's where the creepy lady creeps out of the TV. I don't
Yeah.
like that one. Yeah, no, I don't want that. Now I saw Sinners, but I don't know if that's like a straight
That
up.
counts as a horror movie.
Yeah, I guess it.
I want to see Sinners
It's a
so bad.
musical horror movie.
Is Get Out a horror movie?
Yes, I think that's a horror movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
for sure.
Brian,
I like
you-
that. I thought that was well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen any of the or Die Hard. I feel like that get referenced
Really?
all
Die
the time.
Hard?
Yeah, Die Hard. Isn't there a second one? People are
There's
always
three.
astonished.
There's three,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'll get on that though. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. Aside from now, Star Wars, I've seen all of them.
All of them.
I see every Star Wars when it comes out.
I'm
I
a
saw
Marvel
the first 6 and then stopped.
Yeah, the first 6 and then the first 3 and then the second 3, however the hell that thing goes.
That's confusing already.
I did all that, so I like that. I see all the Marvel movies. I even saw Captain America, which I thought was...
You didn't like it?
I did not
just
like
saw it on the
Captain
plane.
America. No.
I
thought
didn't hate
Thunderbolts was great.
I haven't
The
seen
newest one is really good.
I'm going to go see that.
But yeah, no. Aside from Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, Ireland and I are the same on that. No, you're a Harry Potter guy?
Oh, I love Harry Potter. Great movies.
Yeah.
I didn't read the books, just seen the movies. They're good.
Okay, I'll take your word
I've only
for it.
seen one.
You're a wizard. Come on now.
I will take your word
What's
for it.
up, fool?
All right, speaking of movies.
We come to this place for magic.
Yeah, so AMC announced the other day that they're getting 50% off tickets this summer, just for Wednesdays for adult tickets, starting in July, first week of July.
Okay.
50 in terms to bring people back to the movies, kind of deal. So my question here is, besides lowering ticket prices, giving 50% off, what is something they could do that would draw people back into movie theaters?
Okay, I've got an idea. When the movie starts at 1, the movie starts at 1. Let the trailers all run before the showtime, but don't start the trailers at 1 when I'm
That's
there
a
to see
really
movie at
good
1.
idea. So if you're somebody like me who likes trailers, Get there
early. And if you want to see the movie at 1 o'clock, see the movie at 1 o'clock.
I don't think, Brian, that people going to the movies is a financial problem. Like, I hope this works because I'm like Mason. I want to see movie theaters kind of get back to what they were. But, Mace, I don't think it's I don't go to the movies because I don't have time. It's not because I don't have the money to go. I would pay whatever it costs to go to the movies. I just find the convenience of home a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think this works? Discounted ticket prices?
I don't think people go to the movies on a random Wednesday. It's
Right.
Let's go on a
Did you ever try this when you own movie theaters? Like, do one day a week where
bargain? Yeah, Tuesday. A lot of movie theaters have bargain Tuesdays, and we did that. But no, we did not do well, I guess bargain Tuesdays is the same thing. You know, here's the thing. I look at the movies today, and I want to go to the movies. I want to go. I saw Sinners. That was great. I saw Thunderbolts. That was great.
Jealous.
But there are fewer and fewer movies that I'm really excited for.
Well,
I'm excited for, is it called Ballerina? Is that what that's called? That's the John Wick one? I think
there's a new John Wick coming out?
Yeah, new John Wick, except it's Ana de Armas in the role of Wild Killer.
Okay.
And then she has to take on John Wick at the end, is the way it looks to me. But that's Ana de Armas. So there's some movies. Jurassic World, I think I'm excited for. I'll definitely go see that. I'll definitely go see Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, whatever that was. Dead Reckoning, Still Dead.
Something like that.
Dying Reckoning.
By the way, you know the last two names you mentioned are rumored to be hooking up.
Who's that?
Ana de Armas and Tom Cruise.
Oh, is that? I did not know that.
Isn't she like 2 feet taller than him?
Could be.
Is she?
I don't know. She's gorgeous. What is she doing with
Yeah,
him?
but I don't think she's 2 feet taller than him.
Laura, he's the biggest movie star in the world. What do you mean, what is she doing with him?
What's that, Foo? Not that it matters.
Maybe she's got him hypnotized.
Yeah, could be.
She got hips for days, so yeah. All right, so we've been talking a lot about the NFL schedule release here.
Yep.
And a while ago, months ago, I brought up a story where the Chiefs had asked to be one of the stapled, always go-to Christmas Day games.
Okay.
The NFL said they were not going to commit to anything, but guess what? The Kansas City Chiefs are hosting the Denver Broncos Christmas night via Prime. So even though the NFL said they were not going to always have the Chiefs or have a staple team,
right?
Do you guys believe that the Chiefs will be going forward a staple team for Christmas
No,
Day?
because someday the Chiefs are going to be terrible, and they're not going to stick them on Christmas. I mean, the Chiefs aren't going to be great forever.
They're not going to be grandfathered in?
I don't think so.
Here's why I disagree with you.
Okay.
I've worked the last 28 Christmas days.
Right.
It always hasn't been the same team.
Sure.
Even when the Lakers are not great, they put them on Christmas Day. The Chiefs, as long as the Chiefs are America's team, and they kind of are with Kelsey and Mahomes and Taylor Swift and Andy Reid, they're a lock to be put on Christmas.
But all those guys are going to go away.
But
And
all
then
the Laker guys 28 years ago are gone.
But the Lakers are a worldwide brand. Kansas City Chiefs are not.
They're the biggest brand in the league right now. You know, it may not last, but
yeah,
they're the top draw in the league. I mean, geez, Mace, last year the number one watched cable movie on television was that dumb Hallmark Chiefs movie.
Although it's not an accident that the Cowboys are in all these primetime games and stuff. I think the Cowboys are the worldwide brand in the NFL. More of the worldwide brand than Kansas City. Kansas City's having a really good run, but I think ultimately Kansas City is going to become, post Mahomes, post Andy Reid, post Travis Kelce, post Taylor Swift. There's not going to be necessarily a lot of excitement around Kansas City. I would certainly put them on Christmas night now, but in 10 years, who knows if they're going to be good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs for the foreseeable future will be playing on every Christmas Day.
What's that, Foo?
Okay, so another birthday today is Gronk. He turns 36.
Hey, Gronk.
And my question here is, he's considered one of the better tight ends of all time. But when you consider his skill on the field and his personality off the field, is he the biggest tight end star we've ever seen?
That's a good question.
The competition would be
Tony Gonzalez,
Antonio Gates, Kelsey, George Kittle.
George Kittle's good.
Shannon Sharp was a tight end.
Yeah.
He's right there. He might be.
He's right in that category. I forgot about Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is definitely there,
good.
too.
Yeah, he's got the personality side.
Higher Q rating. Gronk or Travis Kelce?
Travis Kelce.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, Brian, that may be your answer. Because of the Taylor Swift factor.
Thing, yeah.
It may be Kelce 1, Gronk 2. But I'll tell you this, he's not lower than 2.
Juan has a friend who literally follows football only because Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift. Yeah. I swear to God, knows nothing about football, asks football questions all the time.
I'll believe it.
No, she is just like nuts now for the Chiefs, and it's only because of Taylor Swift.
What's up, fool?
Okay, guys. Another one here for NFL schedules.
Okay.
So everybody is, for the most part, at the edge of their seat to see where we know, who the Rams teams there will be playing. We just don't know where, right?
Yep.
And everybody leaks everything. So my question is, do we really even care about the release day, or are we really just hyped up to see these videos? Because I want to see the video. The video last year was great. The Chargers, who I'm not a fan of, but I know BC here is,
they got great
also
videos.
have
yeah, they
great
do.
videos.
Their social media team is great.
So is it more about the release of video or the release schedule that we're really anticipating?
I think it is about the schedule. The videos are really cool, and I will, watch all the videos tonight. But I just think the idea of where are the Rams going to be playing on this day? Where are they going to be in prime time? Where are they going to? To me,
many leak stuff though.
There is a lot of leak stuff. But the video will be great. But I think today is National Schedule Release
National
Day,
Schedule
and
Day.
it is the release of the schedule that people are excited
If you
about.
really, really want to know your team's schedule, you could go down a rabbit hole right now and find it.
Yeah.
It's not even a deep rabbit hole.
Yeah. The schedule release itself, again, if they were to add a lottery, it would be one of the highest rated sports shows of the year.
Sure.
So, Laura, I think it's I'll answer your question this way. I think it's as much to do with the videos as it is to do with the release itself. I think it's about 50-50.
No, I love the videos.
Yeah, I've heard before compared that some of these social media teams, this is their Super Bowl of the season.
Mhm.
As we
Putting
schedule
everything
release.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
I
been putting this
believe that.
together for months.
Cool.
What's
I'm excited
up,
to see it.
I got one more here for you guys. So MLB, their draft is coming up in 2 months away.
Mm-hmm.
But the first MLB mock draft came out yesterday, posted by MLB, their account on Instagram. The thing that kind of caught my attention, well, first of all, I didn't know the Angels have the number 2 pick in this year's draft coming up. But the thing that caught me, by surprise was Corona, California high school here, Corona High School.
Yep.
2 high school kids are projected to be top 10 in the draft. Both of them on the same team here. Billy Carlson is a shortstop, and then Seth Hernandez, right-hand pitcher. And I went down a rabbit hole on this Corona High School. They have half their team is committed to Big D1.
Oh, wow.
But my question is, knowing that there's 2, top 10 talent guys at this high school, would that draw you to a high school game, knowing that these 2 kids on the same team are projected to be top 10?
If I worked in baseball, it sure would. I don't know if as a fan if I would just go. But Brian, there's 3 players that were all at Harvard Westlake at the exact same time. Beto knows this. It's one of them is Max Fried, one of them is Lucas Giolito, and I think the other one is Jack Flaherty.
I think that is right, yeah.
I think all 3 of those guys were on the same high school pitching staff.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? Like, no matter what day you draw that team, Harvard Westlake, you're either going to have to face Faraday, Giolito, or Fried.
Wow.
I mean, so it does happen, and if I was in the baseball business, I would absolutely go see Corona High School play.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty wild. I mean, these guys are recruited, right? I mean, they're getting recruited.
A lot of them have already committed to schools, but when the draft comes, if you're second overall pick, it's kind of hard to pass up.
John, don't you think the high school is recruiting guys, or do they just accidentally land
I think
them
Harvard
on the
Westlake
same
is.
Harvard
I think
Westlake,
the
Mater
private
Dei.
schools are. Yeah, Mater Dei is another good example, but not all schools are private and can recruit. I don't think Corona's private, are
Is
they?
Corona private or public?
I'm not sure.
It's,
I'll take a look.
we'll look that up. That's a good question. If it's public, you can't do it. If it's private, you can spend whatever you want. All right, coming up next for you, John, the latest on the Dodgers, who have recalled their number 1 prospect, and also a serious, what could be a serious injury situation. And on top of that, how far will a coach go to recruit a player? We got that coming up next for you.
And Mace, many boat suggestions.
I know. I saw some too.
Some of these are pretty good.
I saw one that I love. We'll do them coming up. Right. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The NFL schedule drops today at 5 p.m. and we'll be all over it on Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN. As we find out how the Rams 2025 fall looks, we'll also be on top of the marquee matchups ahead of the NFL season.
Don't miss the NFL schedule release.
Today at 5 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
On the all-new ESPN LA app.
And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy. Teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Speaking of the Rams, you're going to get their full schedule this afternoon. Happy NFL schedule release day. Going to be all over it today on 710. Be sure to join Sedano and Cap at 5 for an NFL schedule release special. Finding out all the big matchups in the entire schedule for our Rams. This is your home of the Los Angeles Rams, 710 ESPN. All right, so Ireland, on this date in 1998, it was the finale of Seinfeld. Can you imagine 76.3 million people watched the finale of Seinfeld?
I had a party that night. I lived in the Hollywood Hills.
For the finale?
For the finale. I had about 25 people over. And we all thought it was just, I mean, I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. On paper, I can see why they did that idea to bring back everybody that they had ever wronged throughout the course of the show. But the execution didn't work, and I didn't think it was all that funny. What do you remember about it?
Completely agree. I thought, Seinfeld is supposed to be funny, and it wasn't. That last episode was not, which is weird because then Curb Your Enthusiasm took exactly the same bit. And at the end of it,
I thought that was better.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Like they did the same thing they did for Seinfeld, but it turned out funny. I did not like the finale for Seinfeld, but I will say it's very difficult to nail a finale. A lot of shows miss. Occasionally there's a great one, but a lot of shows miss. I just finished Righteous Gemstones. I thought the finale, it was fine. It was ridiculous, appropriately offensive, but not the greatest episode of the show. It's hard to stick the landing, I think, for a final episode.
All right, I'm going to throw 3 boat names at you. You ready?
Sure.
I like all 3 of these, but here's how I would rank them. Okay. Number 3, I think this is really good. This is suggested from Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Irish wake, because your boat always has a wake.
Oh, yeah. But doesn't that sound like somebody died?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Okay, so that's number 3.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, number 2. This from Crypto Ray.
Okay.
I'm not worthy.
Oh.
A little tip of the hat to James Worthy, who's been up here a couple times.
That's a good one.
But this one from Shane, I think, is the home run, and I can't believe I didn't think of it.
Okay.
Lake Show.
Lake Show. Oh, Lake Show.
Don't you think? Because the boat's on a lake. I work for the Lakers.
Lake Show is really good.
That's what I think, too.
Laura's got she's got a look on her face.
Laura, you don't like that one?
It's just too obvious.
That might be it. It's obvious.
Laura, do you
Too
like
obvious.
Why Not more than Lake Show?
I actually do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All
By
right.
the way,
we'll keep cracking it.
Jesse Hyman, who's a regular around the show,
Sure.
in the chat suggested the Beckon sale. The
Oh,
Beckon
yeah,
sale.
Lisa will jump right on
SAIL.
that.
I'm sure she'll be all over it. All over it. Hey, Ireland, are you watching The Studio?
I've only seen the first episode,
God.
but I liked it when I saw it. I just haven't had time to catch up.
So last night was, I don't know if it's episode 6, episode 7, whatever it is.
I'm behind.
I'm not going to give
All
it
right,
away.
well, Mace, give
But
the
I-
elevator pitch for people who haven't
Did you see it, Brian?
Yeah, I think it's episode 9. There's only one more left.
Only one
Yeah.
more? Oh, bummer.
It's such a good show.
It is such a good show. This is about a studio executive from a studio that's trying to make movies that are successful. He's working for a crazy boss played by Bryan Cranston. And I would argue, John, that I texted him this. Last night, that is as funny as I've ever seen Bryan Cranston.
No kid, boy,
He's been in some great
Brian,
was he not
Yeah,
hilarious
it
last
was,
night?
It was great.
Yeah.
Full into it. Yeah.
Full into it. Yeah.
Okay.
You
now
got
I'm-
it. You
all
got to
right.
get there.
Now I'm gonna load up on episodes of Street. Did you guys see today? Boy, remember, Mace, when we were working in San Diego?
Yep.
And we worked with this legendary afternoon drive guy named Lee Hacksaw Hamilton.
Lee Hamilton.
And he always used to laugh because he said every time we got a new boss, the first thing we'd do is rebrand the station.
Yes,
like they
of
would
course.
change. And so Lee would take a piece of letterhead and put it on his door. And then as soon as the next guy came along, he would put another letterhead below that one. And so if you walk by Lee's door, there were like 9 different rebrandings of the station.
Yes.
Did you see today that Max, the streamer,
right,
2 years ago in 2023, they changed their name from HBO to Max.
Correct, yes.
Now they're adding HBO back.
What?
They announced today they will now be no longer known as Max. They will be HBO Max.
All the shows are going to be HBO Max?
Everything. The entire network is being rebranded HBO Max.
Can I just say,
how confusing do they want us to be?
Now, I want to say, though, it should have always been HBO
I
Max.
agree.
HBO is a really valuable brand. When I see
think that's
HBO
what they
next to a
figured
show, I'm like, hey, that must be a good show. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they added it back. But, I mean, seriously, pick a lane, get behind one name and stick with it. So I'm glad it's HBO Max, but my God, people are confused.
In 2 years, they'll change it again.
Yeah, don't worry.
At least it's not something out of left field that has nothing to do with HBO.
True.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
then at least it's like, oh, you just went back.
Yeah. HBO, I think, and right now watching Last of Us, which is a great, great show, and Hacks, which is a terrific show. HBO does great stuff. All right, so if you're a Dodger fan right now, I think there's legitimate reason to be concerned about the pitching staff.
Well, all of them are hurt.
Everybody's hurt. Now, Blake Snell has not picked up a baseball. That means he's at least a month away. It's Tyler Glasnow just picked up a baseball. He's at least a month away. You've got Roki Sasaki now joining those guys on the injured list. His velocity in Japan this year was 101, 102. It fell to 91, 92. Yesterday, I suggested he should go to Oklahoma City and work some stuff out. As it turns out, he's got a shoulder impingement. That's why he hasn't been pitching well, and there is no timetable on him returning yet. So that means that if you get into this, for example, this next stretch of games, the Dodgers are going to throw Yamamoto tonight versus Oakland. Tomorrow, Dave has indicated that's probably a bullpen game. Friday against the Angels, likely Dustin May. Saturday, Clayton Kershaw. Sunday, Landon Knack. So they basically got a rotation now of Yamamoto, May, Gonsolin, Kershaw, and Knack. That's not what we originally thought we were going to see. And somebody asked me today, and I don't know how to answer this question because I know what I don't know. Is this a Dodgers training issue? Is there something going on with the Dodgers medical staff, medical team, training personnel that has led to so many pitching injuries? Or is this just the way it is for every team? Does every team lose 3/5 of their starting rotation in May?
I don't think that's accurate. I don't think every team has as many injuries as the Dodgers, and I think it's a fair question that you're asking, but I hesitate to blame the training staff because they're just going off of what their bosses tell them.
Correct.
I remember, I was pretty good friends when Gary Vitti was the Laker trainer with Gary, and, he was in charge of the training staff through Kareem Worthy Magic, all the way up through Shaq Kobe, all the way up through Kobe Powell. I mean, he kept those guys on the court, and they were great. Near the end of his career, we did suffer a few more injuries, but nobody was questioning Gary because he had that incredible track record.
Right.
And I asked him about it once. I said, how do you explain it? He goes, it's just professional sports. He said, these guys are bigger, faster, stronger. And he goes, we're doing everything we can to keep them back on the court and have them train well, but sometimes you get unlucky.
Right.
So I don't know. I wouldn't.
I mean, I'm not blaming Mark Pryor, or Connor McGinnis, or anybody. I'm asking the question. I'm not.
I think it's a fair question to ask. I wouldn't, by default, blame the training staff. I think guys now are throwing 100 miles an hour all the time, and they just don't have the longevity that pitchers had 20 years ago.
I would also say he's got a Friedman often signs guys with a checkered injury history.
Right, because he can get them for his price.
Right. And
I mean, Glasnow's a good example of that. Brandon McCarthy back in the day, they used to do that all the time.
Yeah. And by the way, they've summoned Dalton Rushing to
I'm excited
the big leagues.
to see Rushing play.
I am too. Dalton Rushing is their number one prospect. He's a catcher. They have released, by the way, a guy who's been with the organization a long time, Austin Barnes. Dalton Rushing will take Austin Barnes' spot on the roster. Rushing was hitting .308, 5 doubles, 5 homers, 17 RBIs, .938 OPS in Oklahoma City. Played 2 games in left field, played 4 games at first base, and the rest of the starts were at the catcher position. So I don't know how he's going to be deployed. I originally would have thought, well, I mean, left field because you got a black hole with Michael Conforto. But Michael Conforto was 3 for 4 last night,
right.
And he's now 6 for his last 10. So he's like their hottest hitter at the moment. They're not going to take him out of the lineup. So I wonder if we're going to see Dalton Rushing start behind the plate.
Has Austin Barnes played his last major league game? Backup catchers are pretty valuable. I mean, if you're good defensively, a lot of teams don't care if you hit.
He's good defensively, and he calls a good game.
Right. So I think he probably gets picked up by somebody, don't you?
I do. I think somebody will pick him up. They've designated him for assignment. I'm sure somebody's going to grab him because he has been valuable to the Dodgers and has been an important contributor both in the regular season and in the postseason. Has come up with some big hits too. So, good luck to Austin Barnes. He's been a great Dodger. Hello to Dalton Rushing. Welcome to the show. All right, so, John, you found this story today about Dan Lanning, the head coach of the Oregon Ducks.
All right, well, what's been happening more is, young Gen Z types, they believe what you believe, Mace, is, and that if it doesn't happen on camera, it didn't happen at all.
Amen.
They believe everything has to be recorded.
Better be.
So Dan Lanning, the head coach at Oregon, has taken some heat because they had a big recruit, this defensive end from Chatsworth, that everybody was after.
Yep.
It's a guy named Richard Wesley. And every big school in the country wanted this kid. Ohio State offered him a scholarship, so did Notre Dame. And he decided to go to Oregon. So he revealed his decision in a video, like all kids his age.
Yeah.
And we're going to play it for you. Near the end of it, you'll hear him say, "Ready, coach?" And Dan Lanning, he's at a pool party. With girls in bikinis and big screen TVs and a bar. And he makes his announcement, and Dan Lanning takes off his shirt and jumps in the pool with him. Here's how it sounded.
Didn't see you there. Well, all the schools, they all show me, types of love, but there's one school, show me the most love, and, I guess that's where I'm going. You ready, Coach?
Let's get it.
Woo!
It's time, baby.
Let's go.
So Dan Lanning takes off his shirt and jumps in the pool with the kid, with Richard Wesley. And other people are saying, man, Dan Lanning, Where's your dignity? Why would you just? I kind of liked it.
I mean,
I think you do what you need to do to get the kids to sign.
This kind of fits it. And let's be honest, jumping in the pool did not land this kid. A bag of money from Phil Knight did.
Right.
I mean, the jumping in the pool is cool. It's fun. Dan Lanning is like one of those guys. He's a tough ass rah guy.
Does he deserve to be taking crap for this? You think?
No.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Hey, if Lincoln Riley could have jumped in a pool and gotten this dude, he would have done it.
Absolutely. Although Lincoln's so busy, they've got the #1 recruiting class for 2026 right now.
Well, Deshaun Foster pointed out to this kid, Richard Wesley, that UCLA is in L.A., but it didn't work.
That is true. They are in L.A.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No, you need a better pitch than that.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, coming up next for you, you will not believe the story behind Tony Gonsolin's new haircut. And now the Cy Young winner might be somebody you're not expecting. That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Tonight, it's a clash of Western Conference giants. LAFC takes on Seattle Sounders at BMO Stadium in a rivalry that's grown fierce, fast, and full of drama.
It has really been a nice rivalry developing. I hate to say that. Not so nice sometimes on the pitch.
Two of the biggest clubs in the West. One electric night in downtown LA. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. LAFC, Seattle, tonight.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. So that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over.
What's up, people? Is this... You saw him in concert, right?
This is Avicii, right? And is it Aloe Black singing or
Black,
somebody else?
You saw Aloe Black sing.
Yeah.
There's
he played at Klay Thompson's charity event.
Yeah, there's a video of you dancing.
Yes, Ben Lyons was outing me as a dancer.
Yeah. Well,
You can dance, John?
no.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
You know, Bergman can
Saw the
dance.
video.
He's a
Bergman's
good dancer.
a good dancer, yeah. All right, so, John, Cy Young Award, National League. Who do you like?
Well, Yamamoto's kind of cooled off. But that's who I picked at the beginning of the year, so I guess I'll stick with it. Is he being usurped?
No. Baseball writers right now have Yoshinobu Yamamoto as the Cy Young Award winner from the National League, followed by Paul Skeens, Logan Webb, Hunter Green, and Zach Wheeler from Philly.
Skeens has been almost human.
Yeah, Skeens is 3-4. He's got a 2.63 ERA. He's got 53 strikeouts in 54 innings, so you like that. He's got a 24% strikeout rate. But listen to this. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's got a .180 ERA. He's got 53 strikeouts. He's got a .98 whip. And get this, he strikes out guys at a higher percentage than Paul Skeens. We think of Paul Skeens as being Superman, and he's fantastic. But he's striking out guys on average 25% of the time. Yamamoto, about 30% of the time, he strikes out the guy he's facing.
So did you see this story about, do you know who Skeens' girlfriend is?
Of course, yeah. Isn't it the gymnast, right?
Yeah, Livy Dunn.
Dunn.
She just recently ended her gymnastics career at LSU, but now she's one of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover models.
Cool.
And she brought all the other cover models with her to a Mets Pirates game this week. And basically, they were so distracting, they had to finally get them out of the seats and put them in a suite.
Wow.
Because everybody kept coming up to him and walking, as
sure.
you might imagine. But Skeens is like 4-3 this year, I think, right?
Yeah.
And his ERA's down.
3-4.
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
well, he's playing for a terrible team, so
That's true.
you got to take that into account. The Pirates are just awful. Did you see last night Tony Gonsolin did a hit on Sportsnet LA before the game, and he was talking about his haircut. Remember, Tony used to have long, long, luscious locks.
He cut them all off?
Now, he didn't. Anthony Bonda did for him. Anthony Bonda considers himself a part-time barber.
Okay.
Now, he says, it's like my ASMR. That's the reason why I fell in love with cutting hair. Same reason why people fall in love with drawing or knitting or whatever it may be.
What does ASMR mean?
Does anybody know what ASMR means? It's capital A, capital S, M, R, all caps, and it must be a thing. He's using it to cut hair?
Something response. I know that.
What does it mean? Autonomous sensory meridian response refers to a tingling, pleasurable sensation that some experience in response to certain auditory or visual stimuli, often described as a brain massage. These triggers can include whispering, tapping. Oh, this is like on video where the girl's going, or she's just tapping.
I like mine are cleaning videos, like when people are like doing like deep cleaning. I don't know why. I'm weird, but it's like if they're getting a stain out or whatever from like a carpet, or they're like, oh, we clean. I don't know. I'm weird.
Ireland, you could be a big video star. You could be a big star on TikTok if you just show yourself cleaning up stains. Stain Master John.
But I don't have TikTok.
You got to get TikTok.
Yeah, that's not me.
It's just a fun thing to watch. Don't you ever watch it?
Nope.
It's actually really. I'm not a scroller, but I do get stuff from TikTok all the time that I find interesting. And Brian, do you use any TikTok?
I do not have a TikTok account, and so you can't watch TikToks if you don't have one.
Oh, if you don't have
they
one,
block you out.
Do you?
I have a TikTok account. I
So
don't really
that's where you
use
watch.
it. Yeah,
people
or
cleaning.
like Instagram, they'll like pop up. It's just weird. Or like when people are doing really nice, like the adult coloring books.
Yeah.
Like those things.
And you watch that?
I don't know. It
Why
just
is that
calms me
interesting?
down. It calms me down. That's the whole point of this, is it calms you down.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael has a whole bunch of these. Like he's watching videos all the time.
He does. He finds the weird. He found that video of Don Rickles and Tom Snyder mentioning me on the Late Show.
Yeah,
back
but Michael,
in the day.
like if like at halftime of games or like if we're killing time before a game, he'll pull out his iPad and just go down a rabbit hole of weird videos.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kershaw can like calm my nerves down about the Dodgers pitching.
He will
though.
Saturday.
I hope so.
Saturday. He's going to
Do you
shut
really-
down the Angels.
But like, how much do you think he can realistically contribute to? Like,
I think
this
he can give him
rotation?
15 starts.
Okay.
I don't know when they're going to be. Could be now. Obviously, it's going to start Saturday. Could be a break. Could come back in August. I mean, all that kind of stuff. They need innings. They need innings from starters. And it doesn't necessarily
'cause
mean
they're-
that Kershaw's going to be on the postseason roster. But right now, he's the fifth man in the rotation. They absolutely need him.
Yeah,
Might be the third man in the rotation.
Yeah.
That bullpen is gassed.
Yeah, and what's weird is that we all thought Kershaw was basically just the Dodgers gave him a 1-year deal so he could say goodbye to the Dodger fans, and now they might need him.
Yeah.
Like, he might actually have to – those 15 starts you're talking about might matter.
Yeah, they may make a difference here. Yeah. By the way, you know how many wins are on pace for?
I'll say 105.
108.
All right.
We're
By the
getting
way, you know, that's the magic number.
Is
you
it?
I said 103. Didn't you say 115?
I said 115, so we're like right in the middle.
109 would be the magic number. You'd be 6 away. I'd be 6 away.
Right.
So if they win 109, it's a tie.
Yep.
108, I win. 110 or more, you win.
Let me ask you. I was listening to somebody today who said...
Was it Art Bell?
No, it was not. Okay. Art Bell, I think, is gone now, right?
Is he? Well, maybe AI Art Bell.
AI Art Bell. No, this is...
Was it Phil Hendry?
It was not, but you can get them online still.
Yeah, no, greatest.
So, does Pete Rose the ban lifting on Pete Rose, does that destroy Rob Manfred's? This is what I heard today. It's destroyed Rob Manfred's legacy.
Yep, I've heard the same thing.
Now, that's really a big statement. I mean, I would have lifted the ban. I'm totally cool with that. I think voters will decide whether he's a Hall of Famer or not. But I don't think in any way honestly it's a positive for his legacy in my mind.
Yeah, what stains Rob Manfred's legacy more is blowing up the ESPN deal.
Yes.
Now people nationally, you can't. I'm not just saying this because we work here, but you can't not be on ESPN.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like every other NBA teams are on ESPN, NHL teams, NFL teams. Basically what Rob did, because he didn't like the numbers, he divorced baseball from ESPN. I think it's a huge mistake. That's a bigger stain on his legacy than this Pete Rose thing. I think I've been saying, so have you, that Pete Rose should have been in the Hall of Fame 30 years ago.
Right.
And with an acknowledgement on his plaque that he bet on baseball and was banned for life.
Yeah.
So now that's going to happen. We'd all be hypocrites if we came out and criticized Manfred for doing this. He should have done it a long time ago. What he shouldn't have done was get divorced from ESPN.
Let me ask you something. If Major League Baseball ends with one of the two speculated parties, Fox or NBC, does that fix that? To me, that's still not enough. It doesn't cover what ESPN gives you.
No, and the other thing is, when you're not on, anybody who's ever watched or worked at ESPN will tell you this. When you don't have a deal with ESPN, your highlights now go to the back of the line.
Yeah, sure.
And so there's not going to be there's no more baseball tonight. There's none of that stuff.
Exactly. And look what
Sunday night baseball, nothing.
Look what ESPN has done for the NHL.
Right.
The NHL has never had a bigger stage than it has right now. And
remember, they did this years ago. They divorced themselves from ESPN. They didn't think they were getting enough attention. And Gary Bettman realized, you know what, this doesn't work. I got to get back on ESPN. And he made it happen.
Yes, absolutely. I hope it lands somewhere. This would be for 2026, I think.
Yeah, starting next year. There's still games on ESPN this year.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next for you, will college athletes soon be able to wager like the rest of us? We will do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, I want to talk to you about mental health and Mental Health Awareness Month, which is right now, month of May. And if you're not talking to somebody, if you don't have somebody to talk to, there is a therapist available for you to talk to right now. This is an ad for Better Health. So Mental Health Awareness Month, 16,000 people have been surveyed in a first ever State of Stigma report. 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, but only 27% of Americans are in therapy. There's this idea out there. It's outdated now. There's this idea out there that seeing a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, talking to somebody is somehow a sign of weakness, and there's a stigma associated with that. There really is not anymore. You gotta take a minute and talk to somebody if you're having emotional problems, depression, anxiety, your life feels overloaded, all those kinds of feelings. There's somebody you can talk to right now. BetterHelp has got 35,000 therapists. It's the world's largest online therapy platform, and you can definitely talk to somebody right now. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Who is coming to the Hollywood Bowl on September 17th for The Song Is Over, their North American farewell tour. And ESPN LA wants to send you to one of their final shows in Los Angeles. Listen for Ticket Thursday this Thursday as we give away pairs of tickets
to see these rock legends live on stage for what promises to be a historic night.
Listen all day Thursday for your cue to call and win. The Who, The Song Is Over tour. September 17th at the Hollywood Bowl. Presented by Live Nation.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GAR-001292. GAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
Harry Douglas here. Picture this. You're staying at a hotel, about to take an important video call, but the Wi-Fi is slower than 1997 dial-up. You struggle with your phone's hotspot as clients complain about your connection. These stressful situations don't have to happen, folks. When you book a room at La Quinta by Wyndham, you get free, high-speed Wi-Fi to handle critical emails, join meetings on time, and even unwind with your favorite shows. No more worrying about spotty connections. Enjoy stress-free stays with reliable Wi-Fi. Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. Book direct at lq.com.
The summers of the past, adjust the bass and let the Alpine blast. Pop in my CD.
So Ireland, the PGA Championship is this week, is that right?
Yeah, it starts tomorrow.
So is this the least of the majors? Is if you were to rank the majors, this number 4 on the list?
Yeah, probably the least of the list.
So the worst major. But somebody can complete a Grand Slam. Is it Jordan Spieth?
Yeah, it's at Quail Hollow. Yeah, career Grand Slam for Jordan Spieth, for sure.
And you found that quote from Hunter Mahan?
Yeah.
Which is a really funny quote.
So Quail Hollow is a great... I've played it. Worthy has connections there, so I've played that course a few times.
It's in Charlotte, right?
Yeah, it's in Charlotte. It's beautiful. It's stunning. But it's not Augusta, and it's not Pebble Beach.
Right.
And so all the golf media is laughing because they asked Hunter Mahan, who's won 6 times on tour, but now he is he's a coach.
Right.
He said, they asked him about Quail Hollow, and he said, quote, "I guess I would say Quail Hollow is like a Kardashian. It's very modern, beautiful, and well kept, but it lacks a soul or character."
Oh. Well, actually, I don't know about Quail Hollow, but I think that's a mean thing to say about Kardashians.
I do, too. I love the Kardashians.
I love the Kardashians also. I don't watch them.
Yeah, you don't watch them as much
I'm
as
not
I do.
keeping up with or anything like that, but I think they are great at what they do. Great at what they do.
Sure.
Laura, what do you mean? Are you not a fan of the Kardashians at all?
I'm not.
Why?
No.
Why?
How do I put this nicely?
You don't worry about being
No,
nice.
don't be
Very
nice.
high paid.
Yes.
They've done a lot. I get that they built that, but I don't like how they built their empire and some of the things that they stand for.
Such
So-
as,
Yes.
Kim is now, like, trying to get people out of prison.
Yeah, criminal justice reform.
Sure.
You don't
You
buy
sound so
I
unimpressed.
am not a fan of.
You don't
again.
think that they've worked to get where they are? That they've
they've
earned,
worked.
That
they've
they've
worked
earned
something.
this?
They've worked something to get where they are, but
What you're
She's
saying
really-
this like you think they're dishonest.
they're very high paid.
Right, but they've earned it.
But
man.
anybody else could not.
I'm trying not to say the word.
Have they not earned
What's
it?
the word you're
What's
trying
the word?
not to say?
Oh, come on.
I'm not gonna say that one on air. He knows.
Mace,
I
can you
told
say it on air?
No. They're just very high.
Yeah, what you said is super impolite.
Yeah.
Really? So, I mean, it's not that I wouldn't say the word on the air. It's that I think it's mean to suggest that that's what the Kardashians
my
are.
thing is they built something. I give them props. I know, like, is it Kylie or what's the other one?
Yeah, there's Kylie, there's Kendall.
Kendall
Kendall is like the
Chloe.
only one that she's a model, like the actual model, right? That's like the only one that I'm like, okay.
Wait a minute,
With
one
the rest-
invented like jewelry or something that's being sold all over the world and is made. Which one does no, it's makeup. Which one does the makeup, John?
Kylie.
Kylie.
She also was like.
She's the one who dates Chalamet.
Whatever.
I mean, she
Her-
made bank on the makeup thing.
Like I said, they have legitimate ways of them making their money. Like I know Kim has Skims and all this other
and yet
stuff.
you think they are.
But I just what I said is how they got there. They were kind of pimped. I'll say it like that way.
God.
Just say it that way.
It's awful.
I said
I
it. That's
disagree.
as
I'm
nice
a
as I could
fan.
say it.
I'm a fan also.
I'm a fan.
As nice as I can
I'm
say
a fan of anybody who's out there like doing their thing.
Hustling.
Like I'm a fan.
they
of, you know who
hustling.
I'm a fan of? I'm a fan of. I know, and I never watch him. John, you probably do. Andy Cohen. He's out there. He's
Yeah, I
doing
watch him all the time.
the biggest, boldest version of Andy Cohen you can possibly do. That's why I used to love Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams was just doing Wendy Williams. She was like, no rules. I'm just going to do me. I like anybody who's out there just doing
But
that.
Wendy had a different vibe to her.
Well, no, she was 100% Wendy.
Good vibe or bad vibe?
Oh, good vibe.
Yeah, great vibe. Oh, I used to be fascinated by her. But again, not somebody I watched all the time.
The Kardashians is not my vibe.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so Laura doesn't like the Kardashians. We've established that, John, for all
I'll
future
tell you off air.
conversations.
Ireland.
So, John, I want to ask you about this new rule in college sports that they're thinking about changing.
Yes, sir.
Right now, athletes, coaches, and staff members at the collegiate level cannot wager on professional sports. That includes football, basketball, hockey, baseball, golf, and tennis. No wagering if you're an NCAA athlete, coach, or staff member. They're thinking about changing that. They're thinking about, actually, the D1 board voted 21-1 in favor of directing the council to adopt legislation to deregulate the prohibition on wagering on professional sports for collegiate athletes, coaches, and staff. Do you think that's a good idea to lift the gambling prohibition, again, for pro sports, for college athletes, coaches, and staff?
I don't mind it. Now that some of those college players, Mace, are being paid more than professional players are, it's time we start treating them like professionals. And me and you, when we were in college, we could bet whatever we wanted on whatever we want.
Right.
They're not going to be able to bet in college, but, I'm a pretty big libertarian about stuff like this. If they want to bet on pro sports, who am I to tell them they can't do it?
Is it not a slippery slope?
Yeah.
If you're gambling on pro football, is it not tempting to gamble on college
Or if
football?
you lose, let's say you lose $100,000 betting the NFL, and you have a big game, you're at Alabama, and you have a big game against LSU, and you throw the game, that's where it could be a slippery slope. But that could happen anyway.
Right.
That could happen even if you weren't losing money.
What's funny is we talk about fantasy football. It is gambling.
Right.
And I would imagine the average college kid has got a fantasy football league, which is, I guess, fantasy football is kind of a gateway drug. You go fantasy football, next thing you do, you're doing point spreads, then you got parlays, then you're in the poorhouse.
Yeah. You're right about gateway drugs. So I don't know if it was your decision solo, would you allow it or not allow it?
I think I would not allow it. I would keep the rules as they are.
You just think it's too dangerous a road to
Once
go down?
you're on your app and you're making bets, you're just one button away from college football and the temptation of making a bet. I just think it's a slippery slope, and once you start
I see your
here,
point.
they're going to wind up somewhere where we don't want them to be. All right, coming up next for you is Game of Games. Now it is whose game?
Brian
Cohen's game today. His games are always great. We will do that coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are hiring, you've got to use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is an algorithm. It was created by a guy I know named Ian Siegel. And what Ian says makes a lot of sense to me. They don't leave anything to chance. ZipRecruiter identifies qualified candidates for your roles and then sends them to you, and you can hire them in one click. They help you find these people quickly. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? You can go there right now and use this ZipRecruiter website for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Did I mention it's free? ZipRecruiter.com/LA. If you are hiring, why wouldn't you put your jobs on ZipRecruiter? It doesn't cost you any money, and they'll send you qualified candidates almost immediately. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Tonight, it's a clash of Western Conference giants. LAFC takes on Seattle Sounders at BMO Stadium in a rivalry that's grown fierce, fast, and full of drama.
It has really been a nice rivalry developing. I hate to say that. Not so nice sometimes on the pitch.
Two of the biggest clubs in the West. One electric night in downtown LA. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. LAFC, Seattle, tonight.
Hey, my friends, are you ready to elevate your game day experience? For more than 40 years, Mir Audio Video has been the leader in high-end electronics, offering state-of-the-art audio, video, Wi-Fi, home automation, and unbeatable customer service. Mir has outfitted homes of players, coaches, celebs. Visit the beautiful showroom on Westwood Boulevard in West LA or call 310-234-4010. And hey, just don't take my word for it. Check out the glowing reviews right now at MirAudioVideo.com.
Mother's Day is over, and now it's back to me. Hey, Pancho, pass the scotch and cigars, will you? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Smoking good times, cigars, spirits, food, fun, and live music by Pancho Sanchez this Sunday.
Number 2.
Foghat, live May 23rd.
And the number 1 reason.
Oasis Pool is beaching. The cabanas are beaching. The water slide is beaching. The lazy river is beaching. It's a beaching good time.
Morongo, good times.
When I wake up
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and we are joined by Parker Bell, who is of our social media team and of the The Blue Review every morning, right?
The Blue Review every morning, weekday, 8:30 to 8:55.
That's right. All right, so it is Brian Cohen's game today. John needs you to be on the scorecard if you don't mind. Brian, what kind of game you got?
All right, so we're about 42, 43 games into the MLB season, right out about a quarter.
Yep.
So a little stat and kind of number game here for fourth of the way through the MLB season so far.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, multiple choice here. Coming up. Number 1, currently leading baseball in runs scored. Is it going to be Fernando Tatis Jr., Shohei Ohtani, or Aaron Judge, the current runs leader?
Laura.
I will say Aaron Judge.
Mace.
I'm also going Judge.
I'm also going Judge. Parker.
Judge across the board.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh!
Leads all the baseball.
Four.
There you
Come on,
go.
I thought I was teeing you guys up there.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, you kind of
We
were,
all
and
missed.
we all wet the bed.
Yes.
All right, number 2. Aaron Judge leads both leagues in hits with 66. Who is currently second in baseball in hits? Is it A, Jacob Wilson, B, Stephen Kwan, or C, Paul Goldschmidt?
Mace,
Kwan.
this one's you. I'll go Goldschmidt. Oh, I'm sorry, Parker.
Stephen Kwan.
Laura.
With Parker.
Jacob Wilson.
Oh, we all
the guy
missed
who
it.
hit 2 home runs last night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
LA
that's right.
native.
Thought I teed you up again.
Yeah,
but,
where'd he go to school? He went
Are
to...
we all over 2?
I think
Yep,
it,
no one has
I
a
think it's
correct
1,000.
answer yet.
Thousand
Wow.
Oaks. Yeah, Thousand Oaks. That guy went to Thousand Oaks, yeah.
Crazy.
All right, number
what's
3
next,
here.
Brian?
Who is currently the leader in pitching strikeouts? Zach Wheeler, Mackenzie Gore, or Logan Webb?
All right, this one's me. I'll go Gore. Parker.
Yeah, I was going to go Gore as well.
All right, Laura.
Everybody's going that way, and we've all been wrong, so let's go Webb.
I'm going with the most off-brand guy there, which is Mackenzie Gore. Why else would you put him in?
And it is Mackenzie
Yes.
Gore.
Hey, we got people
got
on the board.
ball
Mason,
knowers.
Ireland, and Parker. I'll get one.
Number 4, the best starting pitching ERA of 1.11 currently belongs to who?
111? That's it?
Nathan Eovaldi, Hunter Brown, or Max Fried?
Laura, back to you.
What was the first one?
Nathan Eovaldi.
I'll go with him.
Mace.
I'm going to say Brown.
We mentioned Max Fried earlier. He's a Harvard Westlake kid. Give me Fried. Parker.
It's Fried.
It is Fried.
Hey! Local kid done well. All right, 2 for John, 2 for Parker, 1 for Mace.
All right, in the 2024 MLB season, there was a record low 26 complete games. Are pitchers this year on pace to have more or less than 26 complete games?
This one, Mace, is you.
I will say more.
This one's me. Yeah, I don't think you'd ask it if it wasn't more. I'll go more. Parker.
I'll say less.
Laura.
I'm also going to say less.
It is less.
Oh, Parker's got the lead.
Only been 5 so far, on pace for 20, so it set a
20.
new low.
20 complete games. Wow.
I don't care. I just got one.
Yeah, Laura's on the board.
All right, number 6 here. The best home record currently belongs to who? The Mets, the Padres, or the Dodgers?
Parker, this one's you.
Oh, this is tough. Dodgers are like 21. Let's go Padres. Ugh.
Laura.
I'm not picking any of those teams, so I'm going Dodgers.
Mace.
I refuse to say let's go Padres, which is what Parker said.
Yeah.
Wait. But I will
Yes.
choose the Padres as the answer here.
I'm with Laura. I'm gonna go Dodgers. What's the answer?
The answer is the New York Mets.
We all missed it.
You're
Jokes.
terrible at
Best
this
record.
game.
We should have just went with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dumb.
All right, number 7 here.
How many you have, Brian?
10, so I got 4 left.
Cool.
Okay. All right, I'll make Parker go first. Go ahead.
The Rockies currently have the worst run differential with minus 132. Who is
Is it that bad?
Minus 132.
Sorry to
My
laugh,
God.
Colorado.
Who is currently the second worst run differential team with minus 73? Is it the Pirates, the Angels, or the Marlins?
Parker.
Halos.
You're going Halos. I'll go the Miami Marlins. Mace.
I'm going Angels.
Laura.
I'm also going Angels.
This one is the Miami Marlins.
Ireland took that.
All right, so I tied Parker, so I'll go first this time. Brian, what's
And
next?
I'm out.
Yeah, Laura, you've
No,
been
Laura, there's 2 more, and you're down 3-1. Mace, you're also down 3-1.
Oh.
You guys
Okay,
just
so
have to
I
go opposite.
go opposite
of
There are
both
2
of
left,
you.
Brian.
We were that bad.
3 left.
3 left. Oh, yeah, you guys don't even have to do it yet. Go ahead. All right.
So the Dodgers currently are not in the top 4 in run differential. Who is the current first place team with a plus 85? Is it the Mets, the Tigers, or the Yankees?
All right, and I have to go first. I'm going to go Mets. Parker.
Motor City. Let's go Detroit.
Okay, Laura.
Tigers.
Mace.
I am going to go Mets.
The Detroit Tigers.
Crap. All right, Laura got one. All right, so
Can I just point out, Parker is like playing to the camera. He's like
Well, he's
looking at the
also
camera,
leading.
making like all kinds of
I'm
gestures.
getting a little cocky
Yeah,
early
you
on.
are
Got it.
very
all right.
cocky.
Parker has. There's 2 left now, Brian.
Yeah, 2 left.
Parker has 4. John has 3. Laura has 2, and Mace has 1. So Mace, you're out.
I'm out.
All right, go ahead, Brian.
Number 9 here. Aaron Judge currently has 14 home runs, but is tied with 2 others. Who are those 2? Corbin Carroll and Kyle Schwarber, Cal Raleigh and Enjuario Suarez, or Trent Grisham and Shohei Ohtani?
Parker.
This is tied for second, or
tied with Aaron Judge.
Tied with
14
Aaron
home
Judge
runs.
for most home runs.
well, okay. What was the second answer?
Cal Raleigh and Enjuario Suarez.
I'm gonna go Eugenio and Raleigh.
All right, I'm going to do.
You
Was
gonna
it
try
A?
to break the tie here?
No, was it A that was Schwarber and Carroll?
Yes.
That's what I want. Laura.
I want Suarez.
It is A. Corbin Carroll.
Oh.
and
Boom.
Kyle Schwarber.
All right, Parker, we're tied with
Tied.
1 to go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now I'm out, right?
Yeah, now you're out.
I'm gonna Clippers this.
All right, here we go. Last
Good.
one. What team is currently last in walks drawn and strikeouts as hitters? The Rockies, the Orioles, or the Angels?
Could you repeat the question one more time?
The team that is currently last in walks drawn and strikeouts as hitters. So both walks and strikeouts as hitters currently last.
It has to be the Rockies. They're so bad. I'm going Rockies. Parker, how about you?
I'm gonna stay Rockies because we have a tiebreaker, right?
There's a tiebreaker.
Going Rockies.
It is the Angels.
Oh,
Come on
Parker,
now.
we had it. Okay, what's the tiebreaker?
All right, tiebreaker here is the 2 teams currently lead all of baseball in home runs are the Yankees and the Dodgers. How many combined home runs have they hit so far this year?
Okay.
So combined home runs.
They've played roughly
42 games. 42
Okay.
games each.
42 games. All right.
Get
I got a
something
number,
down,
Parker. Do
Parker.
you have one?
Yeah, I didn't write it down. It's in the head.
Okay, what's your number?
I'm going 315.
Oh, I only wrote down 81.
138.
So who's
Ireland.
closer?
Ireland wins.
138
I meant
in 42
175 for-
games?
yeah.
Yankees currently 75 home runs. Dodgers 63.
And Parker Bell, go ahead and look at the camera.
gonna-
And, yeah, there you
You
go.
clippered it, Parker.
You did. You clippered it.
You had me.
Ireland is running away with this month, by the way.
Yeah, I know. He's won
What's the-
every
yeah,
time.
what's the score, Laura?
It's
The update.
Ireland
Let's-
5, Brian 2, DeAndre Bergman,
Stupid
Lauren
game.
Trudell
Stupid.
1,
I hate
and
game
Mace
games.
yet to scratch.
Sucks.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Blue
So,
Review
Mace,
fans.
you weren't going to win this month anyway because you're going on vacation
That's
next
true.
week.
That's true.
And I'm actually going to do a second game on Friday
Oh,
because
okay.
because I already did one on Monday, but we just don't have enough people. So
Now, you know what Parker Bell is trying to do? He's trying to get on Raya. Now, I just had a friend get on Raya.
Did you know?
Yes.
You
Mace,
are?
is that the one you and I tried to get on?
It's the one that you and I tried to get on. It's for rich people and famous people.
And I got
I'm
in
one
and
of
you
those
didn't
two.
for some reason.
Yeah. No, that's the other thing, John. That's that new social
The
media site
Clubhouse.
that we all apply to.
Clubhouse.
This is Raya. This is like Tinder for rich people.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or celebrities.
And I would argue
You are a celebrity, Parker?
Parker Bell,
Blue Review.
star of the Blue Review.
I love you, but like, really?
My friend that got on is a very attractive woman.
Okay.
Well, Parker is a very attractive man.
Yeah, do I even need to go on Raya?
Do you have to? Have you actually applied?
No, I don't know how to. It's like $20 a month, and I don't have.
Oh, you don't pay the entrance fee
Unless you and
Is it
Ireland
really?
wanna
You got to
front
pay
me.
$20
You gotta
a month
pay
to be on this thing?
Yeah, I think it's a month. Yeah.
Aren't all the other dating apps free?
Well, I mean, there's also subscriptions if you really wanted to, but yeah, they're all free.
Yeah. So, Raya, you're not willing to pay the $20 a month anyway?
I'll do the entry fee.
The entry fee.
If we can, man. If we can,
the entry fee.
What is the entry fee?
Is there like a trial? I don't know.
It's $20, right?
If the entry fee is $20, I'll pay your entry fee.
Okay, deal. We got a deal. Let's see if we
But
can
you
find-
got to do the work. You got to apply.
Do the work. You apply, and we'll vouch for you.
Oh, don't worry. Every time I've been on an app, I've gotten well-received, confidence.
It says
saying
you
that it's
need
a
a
good page.
compelling application and referrals from existing members. Do we know anybody that's on Raya? Ben Affleck.
Your friend
Ben
just
Affleck
joined.
is on. Oh, right, my friend.
That's one referral.
Yeah,
Mace, how do you-
Destiny
how do you
is her name. She'll
how do you
get
spell
you
it?
in there. Raya, R-A-Y-A.
Yeah, any famous people listening, go ahead and
Where's Kim Kardashian when you need her?
let me know. I need referrals.
You are always talking crap about Kim Kardashian.
You know what? Sedano texted me something and I missed it, and I just saw it right now, which is amazing. We used to have the no oxygen list,
Yeah.
and they were on it. And he's like, no oxygen list, crying emoji face,
What,
laughing.
so what does that mean? You don't
you don't
talk
talk
him?
about them.
Yeah, no. Laura, you talk about him.
No, you guys bring them up. I just thought it was funny.
No, there's a quote about golf.
All right.
Sure.
Raya update coming
Parker,
soon.
I
Raya
have
update coming
okay,
soon.
so you need somebody that's a member already, right?
Yeah, we got Destiny, a.k.a. Mace's friend.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
Destiny.
Very good looking, apparently.
there
Yeah,
is-
she's very attractive.
There is a list on the internet of famous people on Raya.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Who's the
Olivia
first name?
Rodrigo. Can
Oh,
we get
yeah.
Lena Dunham.
Okay.
Can we get a hold of either one of them?
Well, let's go back a little bit to the first one.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh,
it's
you'd
true.
like to date Olivia Rodrigo.
Is that the driver's license girl?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm only like maybe 5 years older. That's not too bad.
No,
Andy
that's not
Cohen is on Raya.
There you go, Andy Cohen.
Well,
Okay. Who's Liza Koshy?
couldn't tell you.
Don't know. Supermodel. Let's just say anybody we don't recognize as a supermodel.
Simone Biles. Can we get to her?
I thought she was married.
She's married. Why is she on Raya?
Oh, is she?
Packers player. Maybe before. Maybe she was before.
Yeah.
She met her fiance on the app.
Whoa.
Okay, there you go.
There's a bachelorette from the TV show Parker named Katie Thurston. Have you ever heard of her?
Thirsting. That's a cool name, though.
Not
Never
No,
heard.
no, Thurston, like Thurston Howell
not
the third.
thirsting.
Oh, thirsting.
Someone thirsty.
Yeah.
Slurp.
Who's Brandy Cyrus? Is she related to
Supermodel.
Miley Cyrus?
That's, I don't know.
Supermodel.
Supermodel.
Demi Lovato. Does Demi Lovato play for your team, Parker?
I think she's taken now, isn't she?
I just Googled list of celebrities on Raya, and this is what keeps coming up.
She's cool, though. She's had, a little roller coaster of
Yeah, she's
vibes there.
cool.
I thought I read somewhere she changed teams.
I heard Ben Affleck is on there and actually regularly.
Is there Raya friends? I'd love to be friends with all
Wait,
these
hey
people.
Mace, do you know who Kiernan Shipka is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she
From
used to be on
Mad Men?
Mad Men. Oh, she'd be great.
She's on Raya.
She was on in the last Showgirl. She's terrific.
Wow. Okay, well, yeah, listen, Amy, there's no age limit here
Does
either.
anybody know Karen Shipkin? No.
Amy Schumer, can we get to her?
I met her once.
It's funny.
She is funny.
Drew Barrymore, Joe Jonas,
Now, Drew Barrymore.
John Mayer,
John Mayer. We can get to John Mayer, can't we?
Lizzo.
Yeah, Lizzo. I've got
Nick
a good
Kroll.
connection to Lizzo.
Lizzo, referral me, please. Raya.
Yeah. All right, there you have it. Blue review star.
Parker, I believe in your dream.
review. Thank you, John.
Yes, I support you. I'll kick in $10 towards your Kickstarter to join Raya. All right. Let me do. First of all, let me say, Game of Games is brought to you proudly by Jacob Barani. If you are involved in any kind of accident, you want Jacob, 844-24-JACOB, or remember, call Jacob.com. And happy NFL schedule release today. We are all over that. Shadano and Cap coming up. And, of course, the NBA playoffs, the draft, free agency, all that stuff, off-season stuff with the Lakers. We got your dose of what's next for the Lakers thanks to Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. Super Crosstalk coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The NFL schedule drops today at 5 p.m. and we'll be all over it on Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN. As we find out how the Rams 2025 fall looks, we'll also be on top of the marquee matchups ahead of the NFL season.
Don't miss the NFL schedule release.
Today at 5 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
On the all-new ESPN LA app.
And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, John Ireland here for Thrive Cybersecurity. We all know in sports that defense wins games and turnovers kill you. That's also true in business. The truth is 1/3 of businesses will unwittingly turn over their sensitive company data to thieves this year. Don't let that happen to you. Remember this website, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Thrive starts with a comprehensive cyber risk assessment. Their security analysts identify gaps and deliver proactive solutions to help keep your network healthy and protected. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Get ready. Visit thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Play defense, use Thrive, and protect your business.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There you go. Who you work? Are you working with Cappy today?
He's here.
Oh, he's here. Oh, he's in the building. There he is. All right, we'll get him in here. In the meantime, so Sedano, you've been here a lot this week. What games do you got coming up?
I'm done until the Western Conference.
Oh,
Finals.
is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And George, do you think after what happened last night, it's Oklahoma City, Minnesota in the
Yes,
finals?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Which honestly, John, as someone who has to book his own travel, it's the only place Oklahoma City would have played outside of L.A. that had a direct flight. So I'm happy with that.
There you go.
I would think.
There you go. You think Boston wins tonight?
I think they win tonight.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I've been saying that a lot anyway, but I think they win tonight. They're 8-2 without Tatum.
Yeah.
+9 in the series when he's off the floor.
There you go. Now,
What chance do you give the Warriors tonight?
Not much.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, Jimmy looks like he doesn't even care anymore. I mean, he's also hurt, and he's also like he was sick allegedly. But you could just tell he wasn't even aggressive in the last game.
Right.
And
Now-
he plays bad in Minnesota generally.
So I want to ask you this question. You're in the league.
Is your phone?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you want to use it?
No, it was over here.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why.
So why did Tyrese Halliburton get voted anonymous player survey most overrated in the league?
My theory on that.
Do they not like him personally?
Yeah, I think it's two things. I think, look, Tim Hardaway Sr. not too long ago was on some podcast, said he would whoop his ass if he was playing today. So, like, he's mouthy.
Yeah.
And I think that pisses people off. And he's not, like, aesthetically pleasing to watch. Like, he's kind of awkward in his movements. He's not, like, super, like, graceful.
Right.
And I also think a lot of guys were jealous he was on the Team USA.
Right.
Oh, probably.
Right.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. So there is a large collection of people who think we should wait to vote for all NBA players until the playoffs are over.
Nah, it's a regular season award.
Well, but if we did, like, I think most people think that SGA and Donovan Mitchell would be the first team all NBA guards. But if we waited until the playoffs were over, wouldn't it be Ant-Man and Brunson as the first team all NBA guards?
Right. But I mean, again, the problem with Brunson is that he played the exact amount of games you can play. Like, he played 65. Like, Ant-Man, he could have been a borderline first team guy, but the problem is record also matters there too.
Right.
So you're being almost a little bit of a prisoner of the moment if you're just doing the postseason.
Yeah. Cappy, your take.
Well, as far as Boston goes,
By the way, I love that the John cutout is right there.
I'm sitting right next to John. I'm sitting right next to
So
John.
I'm not in the room by myself.
Hospital shirt.
Yes. I'm sitting right next to John. You know, with regards to Boston and Jason Tatum being out.
Yes.
You know, George brings up an interesting point. They were 8-2
Yes.
while Tatum was out.
In the regular season.
In the regular season, yeah.
Interesting side note to that would be that of the 8 games that they won, 6 of them were against teams that had losing records.
You got that.
You know,
But
that's
Knicks, the Knicks also didn't beat a good team all season, so there's that.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like, and they're winning now.
Not one team?
They were 0-13, I think, against the top 3 seeds of each conference.
Wow.
And yet now.
Wow. By the way, I just pulled that right out of my
No, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was crazy that you were able to do that.
Lindsay had it on the rundown.
No, I don't think so.
It's like he had a stat, and then you topped his stat.
Well, I didn't really top
That
it.
was a stat topper
He
for what
actually
George
knew
had.
his
Plus
stat.
9.
Yeah, plus 9.
Plus 9.
In this series,
Plus
when him
9.
on the off the floor.
Plus
That's a good
9.
one, yeah.
That's true.
That
is
tops
true.
his topper.
Right.
Right.
But
So you
it's a
topped
double
him
topper.
briefly, and then Shadano came in and came over the top.
Plus 9 with Tatum on the floor.
Off the floor.
Right.
I'm so confused
But
now.
the Knicks up 3-1.
Plus 9, 8-2.
Right. 6 games.
Under 500.
I
don't know.
I'm not sure.
That's good.
Johnny,
I think we
how's
broke it down
Idaho
well.
treating you, buddy? How
I
you
just think
doing?
now I think the Pacers are winning the East.
Oh, really? I'm
right.
rooting for the Knicks.
I would pick the Knicks, too.
I think it's going to be Knicks, Minnesota.
I think the Pacers are really, really good. Like
they are good.
They have an elite level coach who's won a championship, and we never talk about him as a great coach, and he is a great coach. I mean, he took that team last year to the conference finals.
Let me throw out a stat. The Pacers are 42-16 since January 1.
They're really good.
Hey, that's a good stat.
Thanks.
That's a good stat.
They are
really good.
You want
By
to come
the
in
way-
over the top with something, or you got something?
Well, of the 42 wins that they had,
Yeah.
only 22
Well,
of them were against winning
John,
teams.
Totally made up.
How
Yeah,
about
okay.
this? Wouldn't you
Totally.
include Halliburton if you were doing
Yeah.
just the playoffs in your first team All NBA? Like, wouldn't he be in the consideration?
Maybe.
I mean, he's been better than anybody in the playoffs.
Right. But, I mean, what I'm saying, George, is you would combine regular season performance and postseason.
Right.
So,
Well, Hallie's going to make a top 3 team.
did he play enough games?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hallie.
Yeah.
So
That's
LeBron,
what we call
LeBron
him.
stood up for him last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Does that mean that the Lakers are trading for him?
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
that means.
Does that
That's
mean that
exactly.
does
He'll
he play
be
center?
He'll
Can
be
he-
here Thursday.
Can he rebound?
Yeah.
Hashtag mind the game.
Yeah. So, Cappy,
He did. Mind the game.
it's
pod.
NFL schedule release day. It's
Yeah.
like a national holiday. You guys are
We're
going
gonna
to
do it live. We're doing it live.
I'm so excited because we got a little.
You've got like
inkling.
trickling out
We got
stuff trickling out.
stuff.
Adam Schefter's tweeted some stuff.
It's not like we have the full schedule.
Oh, we got the avalanche.
It's not like we have the
coming our
full
way.
schedule, but still.
I mean, it is Cappy's time to shine.
Oh,
I just don't like the fact that everybody's leaking all these things. Like, I've been sitting around like a moron
Well, you're
waiting
not a
for
leaker?
5 o'clock. I mean, like a little.
Yeah,
Like just a
that's
little
what I'm
bit.
saying. Like,
Yeah,
who's
a little,
talking here?
A little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, I've been waiting for 5 o'clock. I can't wait. What's the Rams
Sure.
schedule going to look like? What's my new team, the Raiders schedule going to
Oh,
look like?
how are
that's
the
your new
Raiders
team, huh?
How are the Raiders going to go under 500 again?
Well, I will tell you right now that based on looking at who they're playing, I like the Raiders. Don't roll your eyes at me, George. Pete Carroll is a game changer.
I do. I love Pete Carroll, and I love Ashton Genty.
There's a reason. How many times you watch Ashton Genty?
A fair amount of
He
the
watched
time.
every week. He scouted him.
He was in every single highlight the entire season long. The guy ran for over 2,000 yards.
He scouted him, George.
I scouted
There's
him.
a reason John jumped on the Commanders bandwagon. Okay?
Oh yeah. Now so stuff is leaked out, including the point spreads for Week 1.
Come on.
There are even point spreads for Week 1.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Who's the biggest favorite in Week 1?
Raiders over the Patriots, maybe?
No, it's not. It is the Commanders -7 at home versus the Giants.
Oh, yeah, the Giants are going to stink.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what the Rams are?
Tell me.
I
Who are they playing Week 1?
We think.
Yeah.
Again, leaks
We don't
and
know.
stuff.
We don't know.
We don't know. We have
We
no
think
idea
they're playing
for real.
the Texans week 1.
I think that's what I have.
CJ
That
Stroud.
stinks.
Okay. So what do you
Here
think the
or
line
over
is
there?
on?
Yeah, in
it's
LA.
here. What do you think? Rams home to the Texans. What's the line?
5.
Rams -5.
Yeah.
I'd say Rams -7.
It's Rams -2.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Texans are good.
They are
Yeah,
good.
but-
CJ Stroud's for real.
I wish I wish the Rams had a game in Week 1 that was like
And D'Amico
hyper
Ryans had a lot of
exciting.
success as the DC against
Sure.
the Rams.
That's right.
But I would like to see the Rams play like a super exciting first week. Like remember last year they played Detroit?
Yes.
You know, like
Yeah.
like some
Opening
kind
week.
of storyline, you know?
Wait, what
Like,
do you have against Houston?
I don't have anything against Houston. It's just I want the Rams to have like an exciting first game. It doesn't matter, whatever the schedule makers do. But like even Thanksgiving, there's talk. It's supposed to be the Rams and the Buccaneers.
Is it?
And
I didn't hear that.
really,
Is that the late game?
it is like
Yeah.
But here's the thing:
Look at that, Mace. Thanksgiving dinner will be early at your house.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
dinner. How about that?
Rams Bucks.
Are they, but they're here?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was trying to think to myself, what is the NFL thinking? Like if they're trying to build a story, you know, like you got Kansas City at Dallas.
Oh, listen, I got a story for that one.
Don't-
Baker comes
no.
back to
Oh,
LA
Baker back to
after
LA.
he ripped the hearts out of the Raider fans his last time
that
he was
one
here.
of my favorite meaningless games ever.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what are they going to try and do? Build up that Baker Mayfield returns to his home team?
Sean McVay made Baker Mayfield again.
Yes,
Really?
he did.
He did?
Yep.
It wasn't Baker Mayfield who
No,
made Baker
couple
Mayfield
of
again?
weeks with
Sean
Sean
did
McVay.
it.
Look
Sean
at
did
him.
that all?
Yeah.
He's
Sean-
the Sean McVay glow.
Gotcha. Well, hey, listen, I'm all for the Sean McVay
Yeah,
glow, as
now you
know.
should be.
I'm all for the
Yeah,
Sean
your
McVay
buddy's
glow.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, did we do the boat naming thing yesterday with you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because other people were calling in with boat names today. Because you know,
Well, it was with Trudell a couple days ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
several days back.
Yeah.
did you? Now, Lisa seemed to approve. Why not? KNOT.
Oh, yeah, why not for
I
John?
think why not?
See,
is
I
a
like
perfect name.
George. One of our listeners wrote in Lake Show since this boat only
like
goes
that.
on the lake.
Yeah.
It's a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
No, I like that lake show.
Do
I think
you?
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Well,
little
it is
on
on
the
a
nose.
lake, so that's true.
How about the one I like the best came from our friend Jesse Hyman. Beckinsale, S-A-I-L.
Oh, yeah, I like that for
Beckinsale.
John.
That's
Yeah.
a good
Sure,
one.
I'm
That's a
sure
good one.
Lisa will approve
Lisa
that.
is out there
his favorite
putting it on the
actress.
boat right now.
That is
She would
very
paint over it the minute it got put on there.
that is very up John's alley. Yeah.
Yes, it
Did
is.
you ask ChatGPT for any names?
I did.
And?
Layat James
Yacht James. That's funny. That's very funny.
was one of them.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest.
How about
but-
LeBroat James? Something like that?
Oh, sure.
LeBroat?
LeBroat. Yeah, that's another one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, George.
I like
Listen.
Layat better.
I think Layat James is
Layati?
funny. Yeah, the
Layati
Yachties.
James?
Yeah.
Okay.
I someday I'll have a
Little Yachty?
Someday I'll have a big house on a
Yeah.
lake with a boat.
Hey, John.
There you go.
John, how about something like an homage to your predecessor? How about something like Chicky Baby? You know, something like
Yeah,
that.
somebody said chicken stew would be a good name for the
Oh,
boat.
chicken stew's funny.
good. Now somebody ChatGPT said, "How about Chick Ahoy?" But I think that's not good.
That's a
No.
little weird.
No.
It's based on Chips Ahoy,
Yeah,
right?
No, yeah, I got you.
Those
Yeah,
cookies
yeah.
are
No, I got
too
it. I got
crunchy.
Why don't you have to explain it?
No, those cookies when you dip them in milk,
They're
and you
delicious.
hold them in there for like you.
I like
drown
those as a
them.
kid.
When they get soggy,
Yeah,
they're
but they're
delicious.
too crunchy.
Soft batch was better as
Soft
like
batch is a great
like a
cook.
packaged version.
Soft batch is a good cookie.
Yeah,
very good cookie.
Yeah.
I love a good cookie.
Let's get a couple.
Like you
of
get a
good
good
cookies
chocolate
last night.
chip cookie, man.
I had cookies last
You get
night.
that nice and warm.
So nice.
Cappy, are you going to apply for the Lakers strength and conditioning job?
Hey, it pays good money, Cap.
I really should. You know what I mean? It seems like a good job. Plus, at that point, I can hang out with LeBron.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sure he'd love that.
I could hang out with Bronny,
Yeah.
my favorite player.
Yeah.
You know, I would say my favorite player is Austin Reeves, but I don't think he'll be with the Lakers next
Oh,
year.
bite your tongue.
Well, listen, I don't want him to go. It seems like
He's
everybody's
a heart and soul guy. Cappy loves the heart
Yeah.
and soul
heart and
guys.
soul guys.
He's where the grit comes from.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
The one thing I'll say. Now, have you heard the vacation story? I do not know where we're going yet on vacation. I will find out on Friday.
Oh, because Juan's already figured.
Juan is
he's already planned it.
He's planning it, and
Yeah.
I've heard lots of places
Let me
where
hear
we
what
could
you've
be.
heard. Let me hear
Okay,
what
I've heard.
you've
I've heard Scottsdale.
So he's giving you like options, like he's giving you like a
no,
multiple choice.
it's just going to be.
So you. But how do you know?
He
Like-
will just tell me. Here's where we're
Well, you
going.
got like a Bill
But you don't
Belichick
have
thing?
any idea yet.
I have no
hints, no nothing.
Yeah, I know it's.
Well, like
I know
now
it's
he's
either.
not making decisions for himself.
I know it's either Hawaii, Spain, Scottsdale,
Oh, Spain, bro.
San Francisco, Key West.
Oh, Key West.
Key West is
awesome.
fun, too.
Big. There's
Key
a lot
West is
of
fun.
a
Key
lot
West
of
is
latitude
great.
in there.
Key West is fun.
You guys would love Key West.
You could do like a flight to Atlanta and then a hop to Key West. You don't even have to go to Miami.
We
and
could
drive.
go to Miami. I actually like that drive.
You like that?
to
It's
the
4
Keys.
hours,
It
though.
is. It is a long drive,
Because it's
but
only one lane in
and
and one
it's
lane
one
out.
lane, and
Yeah.
it's
But
ocean
it's
on both sides. It's
fascinating.
kind of cool.
You're like over that bridge, and you're like, how'd they build this
I mean, I
thing?
grew up there, so I'm kind of over that
Yeah,
drive.
it doesn't matter
You've
to
never
you.
done it as much.
Yeah,
so
I do
it's
like the
different.
conch fritters down there, and
They're
they're
good.
delicious.
Yeah.
Maze, keep
Key lime
speaking of
pie.
that. I got
You gonna go
something
to
for you.
Sloppy
Yes.
Joe's?
What is it, Chris Morales?
Cappy deep-throated Sedano and I. Guess what he did? He goes to dinner with us last night.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
takes all the intel, and guess who he had lunch with today?
I don't know.
Greg Bergman. Burying us to Bergman. And he didn't realize I saw him.
So wait a
Secretly
minute.
go to lunch. I was having lunch, and I saw him.
So you had a top secret meeting last night?
Not a meeting,
We
just a
talked
dinner.
about it on the air.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In
Wasn't
the
a
South
top secret,
Bay
right.
at Tin Roof Bistro.
Right.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
And then they
you were-
said hello, by the way.
And then
They
you
did.
were working over Bergman today
Then
at
he's
lunch?
working
I
over
guess.
Bergman,
I guess so.
giving all the secrets.
Cappy's working him over.
I guess so.
Cappy's always here working over
The
people.
deep throat reference was to the Knicks and the deep throat thing.
Oh, it was.
Remember?
Well, no. Tell me more.
Well, the Watergate thing.
Yeah, the Watergate.
No, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what you're
Yeah,
talking
the
about.
Watergate
Explain.
thing, yeah.
No, I thought it was something else.
Yeah.
Ew.
Because the intel came from Deep Throat.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's what you did.
It
You
was-
went
it
and
was
told
Hal-
Greg everything we
Hal
said.
Holbrook
What did we
with the
say?
cigarette.
What was something that was like?
Was the code word Nutty Fudge?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And his right eye seems all messed up now.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's going around.
Oh, I
It
better
moved
not
from
Wait,
his
he's
right
got
eye to
pink
his
eye for
right
real?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He did.
I told Krista when he went to dinner with him, he should have worn like the Kareem goggles.
Wait.
Oh, yeah,
wait,
sure.
Wait, Chris went to dinner with Greg?
Yes.
Yeah.
By himself?
Yes.
Before our dinner,
But
though.
we have a partnership. That's okay.
I'm not allowed to have lunch with a friend?
Not after we had a dinner like we had last night.
So wait, so what's the separation
You're a
time
rat.
from dinner?
You're a rat.
Wait, but what's the separation time from dinner to lunch?
And I had lunch with Lindsay that day.
Okay.
What are you guys just all eating? You're all
You're
breaking
like
bread
a
together.
corporate account or something?
No, I
Yeah.
like to spend my money on my friends.
Oh, wow.
That's
Speaking
nice.
of which, who paid for dinner last night? We'll talk about that.
Who do
All
you
right,
think?
good.
Mace, who do you think? If it's me, George, Christopher Arthur, and Christopher's girlfriend Stephanie, of the four of us at the Tin Roof Bistro last night in John's neighborhood, because now that I'm South Bay Catholic,
You're a South Bay guy.
now,
Yes.
who paid for the dinner?
Chris
I
paid.
will say Shadano paid.
Okay, so you've got Shadano.
I have Chris.
Okay, John has Chris.
And we don't. we have
Notice
to
how
listen.
nobody picks you.
Wait, only two people so far.
Yeah, nobody.
Only two people.
Nobody does pick you. That's
only
true.
two people. Hey, Debbie picked me on Twitter.
No, because you're too cheap, she
Oh,
says.
all right.
Yeah, no, you're too cheap.
So you say Sedano. John says Christopher.
And what time are you going to reveal this information?
Like 5:59.
5:59
Yeah,
p.m. So I
very
will listen
exciting.
all
No,
the way
no,
through.
no, definitely not 5:50.
Along
How
with the
about
I think we're just
schedule
going to get
release.
over with it pretty quickly.
Hey, John, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How do I get into the 900 Club?
With me.
Tonight, it's a clash of Western Conference giants. LAFC takes on Seattle Sounders at BMO Stadium.